You're not using the browser anymore, huh? Back to the app.
Oh, for this, yeah. Okay. All right. You guys ready?
Yes.
Samus, take him out.
The one on the left? That's my son. Ooh.
Welcome back to another episode of the Weekly DLC. I'm one of your hosts, Kurosh, and always one of my co-hosts, Daniel Vargas.
I want to go home.
And Danny Jang.
Meow.
And if you're not familiar with us, we come to you each and every week to podcasting services of your choice from tables like this of our choice. We talk about nerdy stuff, comics, games, movies, pop culture, spoilers, not spoiler free, Hall H, Hall F, Hall Q, Hall C. We have no lines in our halls. But yeah, we talk about all those things. We each bring a topic to the table. We share our topics. We have some interesting and fun discussions, and we hope you have fun with us. We hope you enjoy it with us. For those of you that don't know, if this is your first time, this is episode 281. Thank you for joining us. We are on podcasting services on audio platforms, but we're also streaming on twitch.tv/theweeklydlc. You can find us there. You can join us in the chat. You can see us be more visually animated and soda'd up. We got a little 7-Up possible sponsorship in the works. But yeah, that's our regular rigmarole. We usually record for the streamers, for those that want to see us on stream. We usually record on Thursdays, but today Comic-Con's this week, as many of you might know, and we're recording on Monday. But regardless, you'll be able to, if you follow or subscribe follow on Twitch, you'll see when we do go live on stream. So that, I think, is all the introductions. Did I mention we're a 5-star podcast?
I forgot.
I'm sorry. We are a 5-star podcast. We're upheld to the highest of standards for the past 5 years, for over 281 episodes. Vertical integration. Thank you, Game Overcast, one of the tried and true fans and followers of this lovely show. Future
and true host.
And true host, some say, allegedly. I was going to say future host of the show, but
he has a shit ton of 9/11 jokes.
Yeah.
There you go. If that's your niche of like what kind of humor you're looking for,
it's an inside joke.
He has 911
of them.
Wow. This guy is comedic gold.
Yes.
Why don't you guys have him on the show?
I don't know.
So yeah,
I got to give a shout out though to Game Overcast, because jokingly he does a comedy show, and I told him you should come out to Crazy Town Butterfly, and he came out to Crazy Town Butterfly.
The madman.
I was like, what?
His word.
Goblin mode.
Soda Man summons him. What do? You
drink soda.
You adhere to Soda Man.
Goblin mode.
Goblin mode. Well, shout outs to Game Overcast. Thank you for joining us, Game Overcast. I hope you're holding up the Wordle scores.
Number one.
911
points.
911. Nice. But yeah, that's our introductions. We're going to be going into our 3 topics today. We're going to be talking about games we just can't get into, possible Comic-Con panel surprises and announcements, and lastly, we're going to do a Thor: Love and Thunder movie spoiler-free review. For those of you that want to listen and see what we think of the movie, or want to think of the movie and not get spoiled on as much of it and go into the details of it. But before we do, we usually like to go around the table, talk about what we've been up to this past week, and share with that. So Vargas, what have you been up to this week?
I went kayaking. I got master rank 100 on Monster Hunter.
Nice.
I think I'm done. It's very bland. I'm not gonna lie, but it's just
it took you 100.
It was very. It's very.
It's gonna change this next fight. it'll change.
Well, the thing is, so I think what turned me off is so after 100,
Yeah.
it tells you your next goal is just to keep leveling up. Like it literally just says like continue your
Go
research
plus ultra.
and rank. And I thought, okay, maybe at 200 they might have like something else, like a new. They might have another quest.
Yeah,
but I
there's
watched
DLC that comes out.
I watched G rank Kurapeko.
Okay.
And they were 464 master rank. It still had the message, continue on your... I'm like, fuck that. Fuck that. So I got to 100 because I knew there was a mission there, finished it, and I've done every mission possible.
We'll play at PAX.
In,
Not me. I don't have it.
I feel like...
no.
Not even on the
I don't
airplane?
have it. I don't have it. No, I don't plan on getting it.
Damn, savage. You never got Rise? At
I have
all?
Rise.
Oh, okay. You're talking about Sunbreak.
Yeah.
Okay. I went kayaking. I think I said that maybe. And then started playing Mass Effect Legendary Edition.
Okay.
So Mass Effect 1.
Okay.
Gonna start hooking up with all the ladies in that game.
And guys. Garrus.
Yeah, Garrus is one of them. Yeah, that's true.
Don't forget about him. He's a heartthrob. Have you ever played him before?
I played every single one, but I never truly beat them. Other than 3. I think I beat 3.
Did you play Andromeda? That
Yes.
one that, okay.
Yeah,
That's the one never played.
I own it. Funny enough, I guess I don't know how, but I bought that one on PC, so I have it on Origin. So I have every game available on Origin. Plus, because of Prime Free Gaming, thank you very much. I got the Legendary Edition, and I'm just gonna go play through them in the Legendary Edition, 1 through 3, and then maybe go to 4 on its own. Not too sure, but yeah, enjoying it. I played like 3 hours, I think, last night.
Cool.
Would have played today, but you guys wanted to put the podcast, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, Game Overcast was like, you guys better be on today, because that's when I can be in chat.
Beyond.
Yeah.
But that was it for me. Nothing
Cool.
too spectacular.
Jang, how about you?
Sleepy.
Yeah.
Gato. Sleepy.
Sleep.
Friday, went to Xbox video game release party for As Dusk Falls. Hosted by Kinda Funny.
Yeah.
Greg Miller couldn't make it because he got exposed to COVID.
Platinumed it.
Damn, it's crazy.
Damn. But I always judge events by there's free food, free drinks. There was snacks like popcorn and candy, like a movie theater because it was in a theater, and then soda was free, but not the alcoholic beverages. So A- for
I feel
snacks.
like that was such a rare occasion. Like I've never been into this place that's offered free alcohol. If anything, they give you like a ticket to give you a free alcohol. No, right. That's the only one I'm referring to. Like that's the only time it's ever happened, and you will never
Cuphead.
get that high ever again.
Meltdown
Bethesda.
Comics, Cuphead.
But they technically had a limit. They just weren't. They were not
Enforcing?
enforcing it at all.
No, he's talking about
Oh,
Cuphead.
like a launch thing. Okay,
Yeah,
got it.
because they always have limits because they don't want people to get extremely
Yeah.
drunk and like mess up
Here's your
things up.
tickets,
Yeah,
go.
Yeah.
exactly. So yeah,
Give me your ticket.
yeah.
I miss I Am 8-Bit events, but it ranks on the higher echelon. I've been to some bad, like the Triangle Strategy was not. It's okay.
Yeah.
The best one to
I'd say it's
date.
like a C.
The best one to date was the that Rhythm Heaven Fever.
Oh, that one was good.
That
There
shit
was no
insane.
alcohol.
No,
too.
but it
The game-
it was
the
an
games-
enjoyable experience.
the
just
game
having
sold
it there.
itself. Dude.
But yeah, like alcohol would have like 11. Like fucking 11.
That's weird because
9/11.
I would say Cuphead and Ori and the Blind Forest were my two favorite
I didn't
ones.
care for Cuphead. Cuphead was cool.
Ori and the Blind Forest, all you can eat in and out.
And we got cut off by fucking
Playboy
Kendra.
Playmate.
Oh, damn.
Yeah.
Her and her big ass bodyguard, dude.
Yeah. I was like, what the fuck?
Was it crowded?
No.
Water? Oh, okay.
So it was like you had to RSVP,
Okay.
200 cap.
Was it
And-
always like that?
No,
I know we
no,
almost
for the
almost
Saturday.
always. Okay.
And you didn't have to RSVP in the other ones.
Okay.
But,
Okay. Because I don't feel like it's ever been insanely busy.
Yeah.
Like it's comfortable still being
It's like
there.
half filled,
Okay.
like 100. So Snowbike Mike, he was like just mingling with everyone. Like, and I was like, oh shit. But he has that personality, like Greg Miller too. That's the guy that gets really successful on YouTube and Twitch. Like, hey, what's going on, guys? Snowbike Mike here.
His energy.
Yeah,
It's just
yeah,
like-
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't have that energy.
Paris was there. I don't know if you've seen him
Oh, yeah,
on
I've
Twitter.
seen- yeah,
he
I've
was
seen
there. And then I think I don't know
Hilton?
her name.
No.
She works for Kinda Funny. Hispanic.
Yeah, I know
chick.
what you're talking about. I forgot her name.
And then some other Hispanic chick was there, but I don't think she's part of Kind of Funny.
Wait, the glasses one?
There's a glasses.
She's a shorter one?
That her.
Yeah, she's part of it.
Oh, okay, she's part of it.
Wasn't
Okay.
like Maud there too? The girl from like G4.
I didn't see her.
I
But
forgot their names.
there were some VIP people. Lamar Wilson, he does YouTube unboxing and tech, and then Sum, which is like a Twitch partner streamer. But I wasn't in the VIP section. Well, we could have been in the VIP section at one time, but someone messed it up.
And the jokes he made were outlandish, dude. I
But-
can't even repeat them on here.
Yeah. So I actually added that game onto my fantasy
saw.
critic because when we're playing it, I'm like, this is a fucking dope ass game. And I was like, this is not. The only gripe I have about this game is so it's about choices, and a lot of choices it will change the outcome of the game. But
Okay.
I feel like even the most so in the beginning, like we were playing very conservatively, and then like towards the end of the game, we're just like grab the gun, like we're playing fucking crazy.
Is it like Telltale style where like they're telling like what everyone should decide?
Yeah,
Oh,
and then so there's integration, so
yeah.
everyone's like,
Oh, okay.
so
yeah.
you can. There are 4 players.
Yeah.
They have votes. The audience has a vote,
Okay.
and yeah, there's overrides. So there's some tense moments where the Snow White Mike's like, no, this
do
is the
this."
choice. Yeah, and I'm just like, dude, this game is tight. The only thing, the gripe I have about it is, even like the craziest choices, I feel like it's safe. It doesn't like, let's say grab the gun. It's not gonna go, oh, the guy's gonna shoot you.
Yeah.
Game over. Like, if you do the craziest choices, the game will still continue. That's the only gripe I have about this game. The game over, it's hard to get a game over. I don't think it's possible to get a game over.
It just
You
wants
can-
you to move forward.
Yeah, but and they're like saying shit. Like, this playthrough is vastly different from my single player playthrough, and it was vastly different from everyone's single player playthrough. And I was like, after watching that first chapter, and it ends fucking in a cliff note, I was like, I'm gonna add this game, and it's mixed. Some people really like it. It's
I
like,
saw open critic. I saw some good reviews, like 9s, but
yeah.
then they
I would
got
give it a
some-
9 just from the first chapter. I was like, this is fucking amazing.
Are you gonna play more of it? You
Probably
think?
not because
No?
I don't have Game Pass. And
Oh,
I
it's
think
on-
it's
okay.
Xbox exclusive. I think.
No, props to them, I guess.
But
Yeah, was it Joey Noel and Janet Garcia?
Mhm.
Yes. Yeah, they're both part of the show or part of the crew.
and
Cool.
yeah, that was
Good,
like,
good event.
yeah, it was cool. I mean, it was better than I thought.
Okay.
I thought it was just not gonna be because the way like it's audience 80 people. I thought there's no interaction. And I was like, it was actually pretty. It's up there,
Okay.
better than Triangle Strategy.
I didn't go. Did you go?
Triangle
Yeah,
Strategy?
we-
we all 3 went.
Very
Took a picture.
I have your photo.
not memorial.
Yeah. There's,
Yeah,
there's
it
a
was
pho-
it was bad. It was.
There was
yeah,
a little
it was
bit
forgettable.
of food. There was a photo up, and then there's a demo.
It was forgettable. Yeah.
I like that place we went. Was it after
Oh yeah.
that
Button
arcade?
Mash.
Yeah, Button Mash. That's more memorable.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't remember that
I
whole
missed
entire day. I don't remember that whole
It
entire
was
day.
eons. It was an eternity.
Yeah.
You-
it
we
was.
played. You guys played a game, and I took a photo at Button Mash. You guys were
Hi,
playing on the
Comic
Switch.
Banter. Thanks for joining us in the show. Yeah, we're headed to Comic Con. We're going to be talking a little bit about some of the things we're hoping to see as surprises.
Yeah. I'm excited for Comic Con.
Yeah?
Fuck. I'm really excited. It's been a long time.
But you're only going one day.
I didn't get my fucking badge.
Still
so
no?
so it's been pending forever. So I just did this. Never got my badge shipped.
Yeah.
And they're like, okay, there's
Just pick it up.
instructions. They
The guy,
canceled it, but then they never shipped it out. So
Weird.
it was just pending. So I thought it was in my a certain email. I checked another email and it's supposed to ship on June 17th.
Yeah.
And yeah, it was just pending forever. So
I wonder if you have to use the link they sent you to verify your like address or whatever.
but I verified before that.
Right. But I think you have to click on their link, and then it means like, oh, we know that you went through like the
I'm
procedure.
pretty sure
whatever.
I used the link.
No.
Yeah, but I'm excited for Comic Con. I want to buy 2 things. I want to buy a Tamagotchi
Okay.
in a comic book And
Like a classic or like a new thing that
so
they have?
it's a new thing and it's like exclusive for that convention.
Oh shit!
So
I
was like,
might.
yeah, people are like tweeting it like, oh, it's exclusive, and then people are like, oh, can someone buy it for me? Blah, blah,
Yeah, I'm
blah.
not gonna do anything with it till I'll buy it and resell it. Even though I feel like that's such
There's
a douchiest thing to
something
do.
I think you guys are both going Saturday, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
There's a really cool panel happening Saturday. Comic Banner, I think, might know about it. It's called Cardboard Heroes, Marvel Universe 1992 retrospective.
Oh, wow.
They got like some big hot shots, JPG. It's a panel they're doing. Comic Banter's a part of.
Oh, okay.
I'm doing a plug.
What time is it?
It's 6 p.m. in room 9.
Shit, I'm barely gonna miss my train. Like I feel like I had to leave at like it's
8:30 is
yeah.
probably enough time to
7?
get. So ample time to go check it out.
Yeah,
see
I might because my feet might be tired and
So I still haven't picked up my ticket, but for the train, and I
Yeah.
did it last time, but I completely forget. You pick the time that you go, right?
Yeah.
And you can't like do it later, like if I decide to just not go that early.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know
normally
what
make it,
happens because they check your tickets. So I
Yeah.
don't know
Yeah.
what would happen if you're like, hey.
But
what the-
I definitely think this panel, Cardboard Heroes, on Saturday at room 9 at 6 p.m. is train friendly
Gotcha.
for Comic Con.
I might check it out maybe.
What time did you do your return time?
The last
9:40.
time. Yeah, 9 what?
It's like 9:40 or 8:40 or something.
9. The one at
You're
least
like, it
on
should
my
be
on my
10:30.
on my ticket
It's
stub,
9:40, I think.
it says 9:01 p.m.
Oh, 9:01.
But it's
yeah.
arriving here
At 9:40.
at like 10:45.
God damn.
Probably
it's like 11.
But I feel like
for
9
us.
is when they want you to be there, but it's really going to be like 9:40 based on like how big of a crowd they get, and then like they start putting you on the train.
But we got business. I got business.
business.
I remember returning back from Comic-Con. I don't feel like the train was as busy as getting there for some reason, even though I went early.
It's busier than getting. Going to is not that busy.
Because going to people go at all these different
I guess
times. They
maybe it's
stagger it
because
out.
when I went early, like it wasn't a lot of people, but they took up all the fucking seats, so it felt like it was busier
that
than.
could happen. I feel like coming back, it's more likely like people are coming
Yeah.
back with merch. People
Yeah.
are coming like you'd experienced a
Yeah.
little bit. People are
Hopefully-
coming back more like exhausted.
That one dude comes back and you
The big
remind,
box of
you
fun.
remind him.
Lewd fun.
I'm like, remember you said I can work at your booth for like,
Don't forget your stop. Dang, I was like, so on Saturdays, like I haven't made any reaction videos. People are telling me to. People are telling me to react to his other movies. The director that made Triple R.
yeah.
But,
Okay.
But I haven't done anything. But so I was streaming on Saturday.
Okay.
Silent Hill Saturdays, and I'm like, man, I don't want to stream this game. No one watches, and it was like one of my best. Like,
Popped off.
it was one of my best streams.
That's awesome.
And I was just like, what was funny, a guy came in,
Mm-hmm.
YouTube viewer. He's like, when are you going to react to my
No, what the
episode
fuck?
12? I was like, oh shit. I was like, my bad, dude.
That's funny.
Yeah. He's like, and he followed me on Twitch and then like,
Oh shit.
I think he first messaged me or made a comment on YouTube and then the notification was like, when are you going to do episode 12? And then he came to my stream. He's like, when are you going to do episode? I was like, oh
That's
shit, my bad, dude.
hilarious. You see that? I think that stuff is cool. Like, it's cool when you're not like huge, but when when you're huge and everyone's fucking doing that shit, you're like, it's getting kind of old now. Like,
Well, Triple R, you gave the advice you should always interact. I just stopped. Man. There are just way too many comments.
Yeah,
I'm like,
that's
I
what I'm
can't
saying, yeah.
fucking- I could only do like the first couple hours, and
which I
after
think is
that-
fine.
Do it
I
on
think
your phone.
Yeah, but I'm just like,
Take it
damn.
down.
I know. Taking a
Comments.
dump. Yeah, another hour.
No, I can't. It's just too much. It's too much, and
Streamline the process.
I just feel like that audience, they don't get sarcasm. Is just
Yeah.
'cause
Oh,
they-
is
they
that
keep on
why? You know
commenting,
what though?
Good.
Sorry, there's because the thing is, there's that thing where it's still a good thing if people take it the wrong way because now they're interacting with you, going like you're wrong, like you're an idiot, blah blah blah.
Engagement.
But there's still engagement. You know, all engagement is good engagement. there
I
ain't
was
no
gonna
more
say at
dislike. You know,
I was gonna say at the very least you could just do an emote. Just like
The
side eye. Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
I was
no,
gonna
that's
switch games, man, because like streaming wise, because it was not getting any viewership.
Mm-hmm.
But it's because I think it's because I'm not consistent. The people who did watch me play Silent Hill, my stream schedule is just like fucking all over the place, so they're not oh, this guy's not on. Fuck.
Yeah.
So you're funneling them to the time that you are, kind of thing.
I'm trying, but it's tough.
A long time ago, I read a thing where it's like it's not good to have a very busy stream schedule. Like you want to cut it down to make yourself like very rare to find, and people will come to you when they want to start. Like, and then you'll build up that like thing. Like you make yourself hard to find, kind of thing, rather than just have literally like 5 days a week streaming for 4 hours. You know, something like that. You like 2 days streaming 4 hours.
It's still a learning process.
You gotta feel it out.
Yeah.
That's cool. Good. That's a good stream.
Yeah. That I feel like I did something else.
When's that movie coming out? I keep seeing him tease it, and I'm like, I want to see this movie.
What,
I had to do more.
The one he's in. The
I had to do more
comedy
voiceover. He sent me more stuff, so
it's not
I
finalized.
think he's adding stuff. So, but the scenes are all shot. So,
Yeah.
I don't know what.
I want to see this movie, man.
Is it comedy or drama? I have no. I can't. Which is crazy because was it one of the Thors? No, I forgot what movie it was, but she filmed her scenes and she's like, I have no clue what the movie's about. And that's how I felt. I shot these scenes and I don't know what it's about, dude. I have no fucking clue. Damn, I forgot. It was like Dame Judi Dench and I forgot what movie it was or something. She's like, yeah, I have no idea. And that's me.
But you're also like you're kind of in the dark on what the whole movie is. Like you've only seen the shots that you've shot. You don't know anything else.
I have not met half the cast.
And some of your shots are ridiculous. You're saying because you're not sure.
Because he made me do like very serious stuff and then very like comedy stuff, and so I don't know what he's gonna use.
What if like he does a choose your own adventure, and so you can go funny route?
The game
Or
Vote
as
that right.
dusk falls.
Yeah.
Cool.
But I think, damn, I feel like I did something else. I can't remember. No. Stream.
8 hot dogs.
Fortnite. Still playing Fortnite, trying to get Vader. And
Vader's
I think I had to mention another thing is like I saw a video. This guy YouTube guides on how to get platinums, and he was talking about Silent Hill 2 because it's one of the harder platinums. And he was talking about, he's like, yeah, I don't have the platinum for this.
Damn.
I was like, holy shit. And then he was like saying, there's requirements to get 10 stars. That's like the hardest. He's like, all these other trophies, they don't fucking matter. The one that matters is the 10-star trophy. He's like, I got 9 stars. And I was like, what the? And he's like, yeah, man, like, one of the requirements is there's this boat ride and you have to finish it in 1 minute and 20 seconds. It's hard. It's fucking hard. So you can only heal 5 times in the game. You can only save twice. And you have to kill a certain amount of enemies with melee and gun.
This is all to get the 10-star?
Yeah, 10-star.
It's through the whole game. It's not like little sections of it.
Whole game. The 2 save is what kills me. Because at least Metal Gear Solid 4, you could save as much as you want.
It's
those
like
same requirements, but you can save as much as you want.
It's like what was that space game? Dead Space. Wasn't their hardest difficulty
was like 3 saves.
Yeah, 3 saves. And you saved too early. I remember that shit. Or you or Robert, I don't remember.
It was me. I saved way too early. And I was like, yeah, the eye poking scene, I could. It's easy, and I fucking failed it. I lost like 5 hours of progress. I was like,
you thought one thing that was like this would be the easiest thing in the game.
Better miss. I bet.
I bet he never.
So
missed.
1:20, and he's like, he did it, and he got it at 1:21. He's like,
Nice.
I never want to. He's like, I will never come back to this game. And it's also the HD remake is buggy. So that's why he said it's fucking hard. It's like when you get out of press start, go into the menu and you exit out of it, the game still runs, but you can't see anything for like 2 seconds. And he says there are moments also when you go into the next area, the game's still running, but you can't see what is in front of your 2 seconds. And there are moments where you open the door and there's enemies.
Fuck.
I was like, fuck, dude. But I was reading like workarounds with it. Like when that happens and you hear the enemy, just have your shotgun ready and just start shooting blindly.
Waste bullets blindly.
Yeah,
Jesus.
so
It might be an early save, but can you save before the whole boat thing so you can like redo it?
you can, but it's not recommended. There's like recommended save spots, and there's one before the first time you meet Pyramid Head, and then one before a boss fight.
It's tough, but I mean, I feel like people are having more trouble. Like this guy had the most trouble with that boat thing, so you might as well save before the boat.
Oh man,
Make it all the way to
that
the boat.
boss fight is hard because I just recently fought the boss fight, and I'm playing on easy,
Damn.
easy riddles, and easy combat, and I'm like, that was kind of tough, and I'm just like, that game is fucking convoluted. It's not. It doesn't deserve the praise. There's a fucking puzzle that says there's a trash chute and you need to like push this thing down. It says, oh, you need something heavy to push it down. So I'm looking for something heavy. I had the item that you need. It's juice.
What the
Pour
fuck?
juice and it loosens it. Why did it tell me it needed something heavy? Dude, it's so convoluted, man.
But it's like, I think when it came out, you know, you didn't have to worry about trophies, first of all. So you didn't have to worry about how many fucking saves, you know.
Nuts.
yeah, Silent Hill 1 is better. But I think I'm going to continue this Silent Hill journey.
Okay.
Oh, I know. I remember. I've been playing I had taken a break from Slay the Spire. I'm playing Dark Souls Remastered.
Oh, okay.
And
Not
it's-
on stream.
And I think that's the game I'm going to play on the train there. And that game is tough. Like, I always say it's easy, and then I'm playing certain parts, and I'm like, fuck, dude. I always say the environments are tough, and, like,
But
the bad guys are easy. And, man, I was getting fucked up in this one environment. I'm like,
do you think the Switch makes it harder, though? Because
Yeah.
it's not running, you
it's
know,
not
like
that. It's
smoothly?
I don't like playing with the
Oh.
Joy-Cons like
Yeah.
this. It feels very flimsy, so I can't go all crazy.
Don't you have the controller mount thing?
I do, but that's heavy, and it's like cumbersome to have that. And I like PAX. I want to just bring the Switch, and not the controller.
Damn. And you bought the controller for no reason, or that mount
It
thing?
was good for
No,
the
I
time.
use it, but it's not good to go out in public and use it. But doing a dex build, bleed. I'm trying to get this item.
Getting that from Elden Ring, huh? Dex builds, bleeds.
I've always done dex builds, bleeds. So I always go dex. I've never done a strength build. I've done magic.
I've
dex,
only ever done strength
and
builds.
quality builds. I usually do quality builds. My first playthrough.
Is quality like balanced?
It's like a balanced, yeah.
Okay.
And Dark Souls 3, dude. There's this fucking boss. I was on a quality build, and I couldn't. Hardest boss in Dark Souls 3. I couldn't beat her, and
DLC.
that's the one. Yeah, DLC. And I'm like, dude, I can't. I'm not gonna beat this in Soul Level 1 for sure. And then they're like, switch to a dex build. Switched. Second try. It reminds me of Radagon.
yeah.
It's like fucking Rivers of Blood was not working. Just switch to Moonveil and just
Boom.
fucking destroy him.
Done. Easy.
Dark Souls Remastered.
Speaking of Dark Souls and Elden Ring, I was looking at this site for. So I mentioned last week about proxies in Magic, and people print out. There's a lot of cool, like, there's a whole fandom about like just printing custom artwork. They're like, I want Naruto, but artwork on this card because I want to just make it like my avatar, or whatever. Someone made high quality artwork of all the Elden Lords and put them on top of cards. They're like, this card, this Godric is this card. It's all the appropriate text. People go like, here, go print it out. So I print them out. Now I just need to find a deck to put them in. But I'm like,
Cardstock?
You gotta
Like good cardstock?
yeah.
you gotta do a prank where you just make up, like, go to a tournament, make these cards up. But I think the best
You're gonna
prank
get
would
immediately
be
disqualified. Play
the
disqualified.
best prank would be you take a picture of someone, and you somehow print it out, put it on a card, and then
Oh,
you're
shit.
playing against them. And
That
Inscription?
requires a team.
Yeah.
That you'll be the
Someone else
you'll be
taking
the
the
front
photo?
man talking, and then I'll take it like so then you take a photo, send it to this guy, he prints it, comes in through,
Slides it
comes
up
on
my
through
sleight of
exactly.
hand. That'd be hilarious.
I play.
I just saw
You
a
know, this
TikTok
card.
that was of a guy getting people tilted. He had to like write a comment because of how angry the comments were. He was pretending like he was playing against the person viewing the TikTok, and he's like, I tap my mana. end my turn. And then he draws a card. He's like, I tap my mana again. I have 3 mana now. He's like, everyone's like, that's not how the mana works. It's the same turn. That's not how it works. He's like, this is a joke. This is supposed to tell you. But yeah, I was looking at that. And then, so I got a little greedy. And
Wario 64?
no. The latest, there's like the sets that keep coming out
Yeah.
for Magic. And the latest one is like revisiting old classics. But the thing that goes with that, and it's a higher price set for all the basic stuff and all the more expensive stuff. Everything's just scaled up because of the value of these cards and what could possibly come in them. And part of that is because those cards that are being shown here, they've either been only reprinted once or twice or never before at all. So the originals are like thousands of dollars. And people are like, now there's a chance people can affordably get the real versions of them.
No.
And so in addition to that, people are just playing regularly, which is like through drafting. They'll like get a few packs of the regular thing. But then with any of these sets, I've learned there's always collector packs. And the collector packs, if a regular pack is like $5 to $10, a collector pack is $20 to $25. And it's like all the cards are foil, same amount of cards. All the cards are foil, and there's a chance you might get something really like cool or possibly valuable, but it's not like a high chance. This set, that chance is even higher. So I was like, I want a collector pack, and the collector packs aren't $20; they're like $60.
This is retail still,
Yeah.
or no?
But
sorry.
people are not. They're hard. They've been hard to find. So people
Yeah.
are paying above retail.
Okay.
I paid retail. I decided to get 2, and I should have recorded. But
Yeah,
I didn't.
should've done TikTok, bro.
I know.
What the fuck?
I know.
Go back. Revert
Just
time.
Close the pack. I have to get 2 more.
Glue. Get it on the card somehow. Yeah.
So I bought 2 packs. The first one was okay. I was like, these are cool cards. Like I like them, but
Yeah.
I know nothing was like
Nothing
really
amazing.
rare. The second pack was like the God pack. I got a card that's worth like $400, $400. And I'm like, I kinda
time
was
to
shaking.
sell
I was
and
like,
buy more packs.
But that's the thing. No, I don't want to buy more packs. I just want to cash out.
Yeah.
Because I was like, wait, should I cash out or should I hold? And I looked at like all these. There's so much statistics going into like when to resell the aftermarket of this shit. And people are like, the chances of it getting reprinted, diminishing the value are unpredictable. So almost like unless you want to keep it and really think
Sell immediately.
long term, yeah, go peak now. The thing now, I'm like, I don't know where to sell. Like, do I go to I
Frankenstein's.
maybe that's a good point. There's a store near my work, and I was like, oh, I just learned about it, and they seem pretty reputable. I messaged them. They lowballed me. Like, it's worth like 300. I've seen so many listings, 300 plus. They were like 150.
No, but that's the thing though. Is if
thing
you go
is, they're
anywhere
trying
that's
to-
resell, they will not buy it at full
Yeah,
market value.
they won't buy it at
because
full
they're
market.
looking to sell it at that value, and they need that profit.
It's like
so
the shoes.
Yeah.
Like they won't.
They-
People
Yeah.
expect going.
So
So
the-
I'm gonna get fair market value. No.
yeah, the best way is for you to sell it to someone who's gonna like keep it in the end, like a collector. They're willing to
On
pay
their
the
own.
full amount, but that's where it gets hard because then you can go through eBay. But then I know there's things where like they'll be like they got it. They'll open the pack, take the card, and be like, I didn't get anything. Like you lied to me. Like and they'll refute
Well,
it.
no, I think at least okay. So what I'm currently trying to do, and I don't know if I'll find success with this, is there's a specific shop where people buy and sell Magic cards, and it's mostly geared towards stores to put their cards that they have available on an online market, and you could just be like, I want these 5 cards, this 6 cards. They pull it together and then they mail them out.
Yeah.
If you list a card over $200 on that site, they require not only tracking but also a signature.
Ooh.
So it's like a confirmed kind of thing. But I'm looking at mine and I'm like, I'm a 0 sales prior history, none of that, and these are all brick and mortar stores. I'm like, we'll see.
Maybe
But then I'm like, I'm gonna.
StockX.
Yeah, that's true. I was gonna go ask around when I'm at Comic-Con too, of like I just go there and
That
be
means
like,
you have to take it though.
huh?
That means you have to bring it.
What's
with you.
just card?
No,
call?
I'm gonna go. It's called Imperial Seal, borderless foil.
Yeah, damn.
Well, it's the Imperial Seal card.
Oh, I
The
thought,
borderless, it means it's the one with no frame, and then it's the foil
I
version of it.
thought that was the name of the trade website.
So I have that, but then I looked at the other cards, and one of them was like $50 to $60, another one was like 30 to 40. I'm like, I should just, I need to cash out. How do I cash out? So I'm trying to figure that out.
Yeah.
Not used to that, but it was kind of
Well,
it was.
it's not on StockX. But.
No, okay.
That means that he could sell it for more then. only listing.
I saw eBay listings, but
You know who would buy it? Wait, let me show you. Shit, these guys.
So that was kind of cool.
Message Post Malone.
I will.
Like I got a card, and then it's
He probably
350.
already has like 5.
Only 300. Just give him a deal.
Come on the podcast, 250. So that was kind of cool. And then I've been playing with my brother and my cousin, and when we play, it's funny because like my cousin and I are both like, I made another deck. I've been tweaking this deck. I've been tweaking this deck. I made a new deck just out of just shit I have, just all this stuff. He lives 2 blocks away from the mecca of stores in Washington, and he's like, I just walk out, go for a short walk, get a coffee, grab a few cards, come back. My brother is like, I have the same 2 decks for every week we've been playing. Every time we've been playing, it's the same 2 decks. We're like, dude, get something. Like you have the opposite. Like he's like the other end of it. Where we're like, just tweak it, do something to it.
Are we gonna see him when we go to Washington?
Huh?
Are we gonna see him when we go to Washington?
No. So my cousin is going to a festival in Chicago the weekend that we're there. I was like, God damn it. But
Monday.
he comes. He's gone that whole time.
Oh, okay.
Like it's the exact same like length of
Yeah.
time. I was like, okay, fine. Well, if it changes, like I'll meet up or something. But then my brother was trying to find. He's over in the Comic-Con area, and he's like, there's shops here, but he's like, they're not the nicer shops you guys have been talking about. They're like 2 tables. It's like really weird and like.
He should open a shop.
Maybe. But it's been cool. Yeah, we've been having fun with it. And then what else? I haven't played too many games. I've been fucking sleeping on the couch because I had bought in a bed. It was not good for me, and I'm in the process now of returning it.
So you got no bed.
Which company?
Nectar.
Oh.
And
Negative endorsement.
I mean, the return policy is very sketchy. So they had me. They were like, okay, return acceptable. You meet all the conditions. We're putting you in touch with our third-party people that will pick it up. They will pick it up. I get in touch with the pickup people. They're like, we have no one in your area. You have to do one of the following things. And one of the following things is just chuck it, but have proof that you chucked it.
Jeez.
You can't give it. You can't even give it to someone that you know. You're like, hey,
Yeah,
you need a bed?
it's what we do with our artwork too.
They're like, show proof that you ripped everything off of it. It has no evidence, no proof of it.
Yeah.
And take it to a local dump. Show proof that it's. And now I'm just like waiting for.
Photoshop.
Well, I'm just waiting for the refund to go through. I'm like, I did everything you guys told me to do. I'm like, did I just get rid of a body? Like, just get rid of the evidence. But I got a new bed, and so now I'm like, tonight is gonna be the first time I'm sleeping in a bed in like 2 weeks. I'm so
But yeah, with our artwork, if it gets damaged and they
Yeah.
report it, if it's slight damage like miscoloring or like a little like someone put a marker to it or whatever, we ask them to like rip it apart. The only one that they can get away with is anything that's a glass frame. It's like artwork with a glass over it.
Yeah.
We tell them because we're afraid of like if they shatter it, they'll hurt themselves.
Liability, yeah.
So we're like, just get a permanent marker and
mark
and mark it. You can still remove that off of the fucking thing.
Yeah.
You could still
Just put it on the glass.
So-
Put the marker.
and then we'll ask them like, sometimes we usually like that's the limit we go like just either take a picture of like if it's like an actual like canvas, like rip it like rip it or cut it whatever and take a picture of that. If it's the glass, just mark it and we ask them to take a picture. Sometimes they're just like, we have no way to break it or cut it. And we're like, all right, take a picture of it in the dumpster. Like literally any dumpster, just take a picture of it. And like, that's it. And some of them like, you can see they like put nice things under it and then put it in. It's a picture of a dumpster. Like whatever, it works. It's fine.
So did that. Watch Thor. We'll talk about that in a bit. The theater experience was interesting, though. I wanted to talk about that. It was moderately packed. And in the back, there's just this kid, like, just crying at the very beginning of it. And I look
The
back to
beginning
see-
is sad.
Yeah. No, it was during one of the more sad moments or more serious moments, I should say. And I look and I think I see the dad getting the kid and I'm like, oh, he's taking him out. And then I hear the kid over here. He's just walking him back and forth in the back, just
no.
like, and he's just wailing, just. I'm like, what the fuck?
Surround sound.
Yeah. 40x. Yeah. And I thought I ran into you.
And Roberta.
And Roberta.
That's funny.
And then I think that's about it. The Boys, I finished that. I haven't watched anything new.
Haven't seen Resident Evil.
I want to now. Oh, we picked back up with our Pathfinder tabletop game.
Oh.
It's been a few weeks where it's been like.
I keep forgetting to bring the fucking dice roller. I need to bring it before we do
Oh yeah,
D&D.
Next week.
Yeah, next episode is going to be us playing our D&D session with the characters we made. I think that's all I had from my week. You guys want to get into topics?
Didn't watch One Piece.
I haven't. Who?
You.
Yeah. Well.
Not even caught up. Embarrassing.
I mean, I've caught up. There's been a few episodes now that have been like slow.
And you've stopped watching them?
I want him to build up. I don't.
Now you know what I'm like. But the thing is, like, you just wait until it's done, and then it never happens.
I can watch on the train.
And it never happens.
No, it's gonna happen. I've been just chilling.
It's never gonna happen.
What I'm excited about is it's like a 1 month hiatus for the manga, and in like a week it should be back. So I'm like jonesing for that. But yeah, let's get into topics.
That's it. So my topic is what games have you guys tried to play and you just can't seem to get into it? You know, it could be just once, could be a bajillion times, but what games? And I can start. It's with one of the like the bigger franchises. It's the newer stuff, and it's gonna like kind of bleed into other things. Call of Duty. Like all the newer Call of Duty stuff, I can't. Like it's the thing. I think what happened is I've always been a fan of the small closed maps.
Yeah.
And like I remember like the original like Call of Duty 1, Call of Duty 2 were small closed maps, and like you would run in like not even 2 seconds of the map, you find someone, and like the matches end super quickly. It's just everything's fast paced. I've enjoyed that. And then when I got finally like the PS4 and the PS5, both in the beginning, I've tried playing like the new like Battlefield games. Way too fucking big, like just way too big, and so that's how like Call of Duty is going there. And then the newest Call of Duty, which is the what was it called, the Battle Royale games,
The Warzone.
Yeah, Warzone.
Well, so that's their perpetual one. They still come out with like
but like those ones are still too big, and like it leads into also like all those Battle Royale games I just can't get into. I tried doing it with the original, PUBG, and I suck. Like I think it's just too big, and like I don't know. I'm terrible at like long distance shooting. I know that much for sure, and I can't get into those games. I can't get in them.
Yeah, I used to love them too. Like the original Call of Duties, and then Modern Warfare 1 and 2, and even maybe Black Ops a little bit, but not too much. But yeah, like once they started going to different directions, I think I lost. I think between the direction they were taking it and just the volume of games coming out that I was interested in other areas, it got lost. I'm like, I don't care as much.
I'm still upset. I almost got a nuke one game. one kill away.
Damn.
I was like,
and your teammate ruined it for you.
No, it ended.
Oh,
I was like,
fuck.
Yeah.
That's annoying.
Used it like before it's ending, and you're like, poof, and then it doesn't count.
Nuclear launch detected.
What about for you, Jane?
I've tried. Many times.
God of War.
3 times. Diablo 3.
Damn.
And I want to get into it, but something about it just, I don't know.
Because I don't have the world class, I'm telling you.
Maybe it's the ease of it. I don't know, man.
See, but like that's where it gets weird, because I know what you're saying. Every time like a new Diablo comes out, I speed run that thing to the end of like the base game, which doesn't max level you, and then from there is where like the it gets a little bit more difficult, because now you can do the base game again in a harder difficulty to continue, but that's boring. And then that's what's cool about 3 is they started adding like these adventure things, and it's like random stuff that happens, and it's a different thing every time. I level max that one, and then from there is where it starts getting. Like, once you're max level, you start just going harder and harder and harder, and it gets fucking ridiculously hard.
I know, because I was
So
playing
you
on
wanna
a hard
push.
difficulty, and it was taking me 20 minutes to kill a boss.
Yeah.
And still, it's not. I don't know.
And I think for me, the love of it was when there was other people and like you're racing everyone. But for you, I mean, it's not to say that that's what you seek, but I know like there isn't much of a multiplayer anymore on that, especially on the Switch. I'm assuming
People still play though.
No.
Like, cause I was. That's the one thing I don't like is because I do seasonal journeys,
Yeah.
and you have to be online
Yeah.
for the Switch, which is so stupid. Even like, dude, there's like a leaderboard,
Yeah.
and there's still people playing, and just like, why don't? That's dumb, dude. Don't make multiplayer trophies, and don't make things you have to play online. You have to be online to play. But I'm gonna try Diablo 2. I don't know when, but because I heard that's the superior game. But
You never played?
nope.
Okay.
I don't know if you're gonna like it because I feel like it's the same. Like
Yeah.
it's the same, just older stuff, and people like obviously it's like nostalgia. Like I like the original World of Warcraft, so when they brought it back, I went to it, but it's honestly very similar.
We'll see. I think mine is actually, I was going to say in the same vein as Diablo, but it's actually just any isometric game that's Diablo-like. I cannot, like, my threshold for those types of games is
What's that one? That one that everyone's waiting for, the Korean one that came
Lost
out?
Ark.
Yeah, yeah, no.
I just, when the gameplay is just how fast I'm clicking and like, I get that there's like loops of it.
Yeah.
Like, because I did play Diablo 3 for a minute and I was playing it a lot and I was like, okay, the main thing that kept me going was I would log on. I had 2 friends at the time that would log on and then we just run great riffs. And like, did you get the loot you needed?
Yeah.
Did you get the loot you needed? Dude, we fucking nailed it this tonight. And we like, man, we went up to Great Rift like 60. It was cool, but I was like, I'd rather be doing this like gameplay, playing like Fortnite or playing Destiny or playing some other like the gameplay loop was diminishing for me. I'm like, I don't like, this isn't enjoyable. I just feel like I could just hold this and like, and then my brother and my cousin and I tried playing a few. We tried Path of Exile. We tried Pillars of Eternity. We were interested in Lost Ark. I played a little bit of it, and immediately, like after those other ones, I was like, I've already like built up this thing. I'm like, I don't know if I should try this. And I went, and I'm like, no, it's not doing anything for me. I just can't get into those games. Even the Dota style, like they kind of are adjacent to it to some degree because even though the type of the gameplay is different, the mechanics are the same. It's like you're clicking and micro. I'm like, I can't do it. It just turns me off on it. I don't know.
Diablo 4.
I mean, I played it. I liked it, but I'm like, I could play maybe 30. That's when it came to the Switch. When Diablo 3 came to the Switch, I was like, okay, maybe it's the controller. Maybe if I switched to a gamepad, I was already jaded on it. I'm like, I'm done.
And like, this is like my 3rd time trying it. And
Yeah.
it's so fucking boring to go through the fucking campaign
Yeah,
over and over. That card, I don't give a fuck about you. Get out of here, dude. God damn.
Yeah, the best part is the end when you're just like, can you just, do you want to do that? Okay, do that. I saw some tweets, and this made me think of what you're saying right now. Or not tweets, TikToks, where Asmongold was like trying the new Warcraft class, and it's like, are you ready to play this class? This is an advanced class. He's like, I'm advanced. And he's like, type advanced.
to make
play.
sure.
I'm like, I feel like if we wanted to like just play the end game of Diablo, we should be like, are you sure? Do you want to play just the end game? Okay.
Type advanced.
Yeah. So,
And
that's
then
definitely like a genre for me.
For me, a lot of JRPG games, because when
you say JRPG, like old school, turn-based?
it's everywhere from like like old school type stuff, all the way to like more current stuff. Like the what's the one that you play different classes that you
Tactics?
Oh, Octopath?
No, yeah, Octopath. I just couldn't get into that one. Like the demo sucked ass, man.
But you went to the party.
It was terrible too. No, yeah, like so a lot of our JRPGs. So one thing I think is the story has to be just like top fucking tier. Like that's the only way that even if the gameplay is shitty, is gonna. And then the other one is like if the game itself is super charming, like it does really cool like graphic styles with how the thing it works and stuff like that, really fluid. Because like there's pixel art and then there's pixel art, and if they do like that pixel art, like that really good stuff, would be really cool.
But dude, what about the more modern ones? Like what I was thinking of when I meant charming is like Yakuza. I know
Yeah.
it, like I don't know the story, so I can't speak to it. But I know there's like a humor and a style to it
Yeah.
that people love, and that's what draws them into it. And then
Gotcha.
and then Persona is another one that I think of where it's like the style's there.
Persona, like that one's difficult for me to say, but that's one I would say I can't get into.
Okay.
I've tried very, very little though. I haven't like really put some time to see if I can get into it. But like that, like just doesn't make sense to me. I just don't like. I can't mentally get into that and want to play it.
Okay.
So I've never played any Persona games, which is why, like, to me, when they're like, yeah, we're remaking all of them on this system, and then now on this system, and on this system, I'm like, I don't give a fuck, personally. Like, I ain't gonna play them. And I'm not into that. That's not me. So yeah, JRPGs. I'm very finicky with that. Like it's very and the thing is, like, when JRPGs come, I'm like, oh fuck yeah, let me try this shit, and I will pick it up, play like an hour. I'm like, what the fuck? I can't play this. I can't get into this.
Yeah,
and
it's
I
gotta
think
suck
it's
me in.
I think the number one thing for me is the story, dude. If the story, and it blows my mind because like I feel like a JRPG, like that, it should always be focused, like, you know, story focused, and yet somehow they don't do like amazing stories. It's like whatever.
I think they're just buried in tutorials. It takes 8 hours before you. It's almost
Yeah.
like an anime. It's like those longer form animes.
It's not like fucking, you know, Ratman and fucking
Last of Us.
yeah, Last of Us.
Mm-hmm.
Like that was like super quick. Just like here's like a little path for you to take where you could read these notes, and I was
That's not the style.
intrigued. I was intrigued, and yet I can't do that with. I
You
don't
could
know.
be intrigued again for $70.
Mm.
On this
Maybe you can play as Ratman this time.
Mm.
Ratman multiplayer scheme.
That'd be sick, actually. Like, remember this character? You can play as him now.
Mm-hmm. Was there any other ones for you guys?
This game with the caveat. Monster Hunter.
I thought so.
Unless they change something drastically, if they just... Like a World 2 would intrigue me. I know it's the same as World 1, but if a World 2 got made, I might come back. But if like another Monster Hunter like Rise comes up, nah.
See, what's crazy to me is like I kind of agree with you. Like I can't get into it, but I don't even know how many, like 40 hours into this one, and that's
But you used to put.
yeah, like
100.
like 200 hours or something like that. But that's the thing though is. Like, I'm also older. Like,
Yeah.
even in general, I'm not putting that much, you know, as much as I used to in any game.
Yeah. That's
So I think 40 is like, and that I consider 40 hours in a game a good amount for like a full price game. Like, that's what I should be putting, you know, like, and it's not bad. So, although and I just, at the end of it, I'm just like, damn, it wasn't like as good as I remember, you know, these games being, but I still put in the 40 hours and beat it. So, that one's hard for me to say if
I keep trying to think to that question though that you're saying of like what would World 2 change? Like would it just be more? Would it be next gen or would it be like like I would want like what you're saying, like new mechanics, new something. But I'm like, what? What would they even do?
I mean, they changed the mechanics, but it started with World.
No, I know,
They
but
added the
like
wire
if they
bugs.
iterated on World, what would they really change? I don't know.
Yeah.
They started changing when they started putting the arts.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. But yeah, it is technically easy. Like as hunters, we're more mobile now with the wire bugs because you can get hit, and normally where you would
While
take
you're
10 years to
falling,
get up, yeah, you can just and move out of the way,
Spider-Man,
which
Attack on
also
Titan
kind of fucks you up sometimes. It's kill.
Yeah.
I've died literally every time I died was because of a wire bug. There was one where I had like the best fucking armor, everything. I was like, I'm chilling, dude. I wasn't even healing. I'm like, I'm never gonna die. And then one of the monsters decides to attack me, and he does like a tail beam, and it like shoots me. I'm like, ugh. And I'm like, oh fuck. And I flew out of the way. Tail beam again in my direction, fucking killed me. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? If I would have literally just fell, I would have been invincible, and it wouldn't have hit me. But because I used a fucking wire bug, it killed me. And that was the last death, and it fucking ended the match. So, damn,
That hurts. That
it's
hurts even
embarrassing.
more.
Anything else for you guys? Or maybe like platform games?
No, I like platformers. I think.
One for me.
I mean, okay, this is going out of the box.
yeah, yes.
So it's not exactly a video game.
I'm also gonna go to the box.
I know people love this. I have played so much of it that I'm tired of it.
Cards Against Humanity.
Yes.
Oh shit, that's funny.
Exactly. No, every time I would go to like a thing, like, dude, let's play Cards. I'm like, everyone would be like, woo!
Shit.
I'm like,
And
and then because every game to me, like at least in my experience, I'm sure most people can relate. It comes down to who has the lewdest, most offensive cards.
Yeah.
And
It's like Jackbox.
But even that, and I'm almost getting to the same point with Jackbox.
Yeah.
Like I have to play. The games I like playing in Jackbox now are like the trivia ones.
Oh, murder mystery.
Yeah,
That's
like
good.
the murder mystery one, or some of those other ones where it's something else besides just put
Make-
the dirtiest thing on
Yeah.
the thing. I don't know. Like I can do it in doses, but Cards Against Humanity, I've hit my limit. Like I can do the other ones, like what Jang was saying, the
Yeah.
Jackbox ones, but yeah, I sit out when it's Cards Against Humanity.
Mine's gonna be very similar. So it's gonna start out with Mario Kart.
Really?
I just like to the point where I've never bought Mario Kart 8.
Okay.
I've never bought it. Like I just can't. And because the thing is, like single player, it's just it's race. Like it's a race.
Yeah.
Like yeah, it's different maps, but it's just a race.
But
and then multiplayer, I don't know. I think it goes down to that I'm competitive, and I know that I'm not amazing at Mario Kart, and I don't want to put the time to be amazing at Mario
When
Kart.
you're playing multiplayer, are you playing locally or online?
If I play, I would have played online.
Okay, yeah, I agree with you on that.
Yeah.
Because most of the time I'm playing local with friends, and I'm like, okay, well, it might get crazy.
Like we did it once.
Yeah.
And I was number 1.
Yeah.
And I didn't I just. Like,
But
I
it
don't
gets
know.
like it's not necessarily you're competing against the best in the world. You're just
Exactly.
competing against the
Yeah.
people in the room.
And I know I'm not the best person, but like, then you go online and like
This
you
is not
you get fucking.
you're not playing
wrecked.
top tier. This
Yeah,
build
and like
shit.
they'll lap you like 6 times
Yeah.
and like win. And you're like, what the fuck? I haven't even
I tried
started.
I tried to do Mario Kart, like not competitively, but like online, and try to get on to just like do well. And it was on the DS.
Yeah.
Was it the DS or the DS? And Jesus Christ, like that was I think where the drifting was broken, where you would literally just be nonstop drifting. And you'd just be like,
Yeah.
and my thumb was like, fucking man, it
Yeah,
hurts so
super
much
sore,
because
yeah.
you're just sitting there just like
Yeah.
doing this, trying to get him to
Yeah.
like spark off and go, and I'm like,
You have the
never
little
again.
wiggle, get the max spark, whatever.
Yeah, and I was like, this is insane. And then I remember I think it was that version too. We went to that Nintendo qualifier thing.
Yeah.
With the three of us and friend and
Bojan?
yeah.
Yeah.
And
And
he was
he-
doing. I was like, what?
Yeah.
Like, what?
And he did shortcuts that I've never seen in my life.
As soon as
I'm
he
like,
started talking about that and talking about it casually, it made me realize I'm a little fish in a big pond. It wasn't just him.
The
I
thing
thought- I
is,
initially thought it was just
he's
him.
like a professional. He like
I
when
know,
he
but
was
I
younger.
didn't
when I
realize
when
that
I
the
met
others
him,
in that event were in that.
When I had met him, he was literally making his money by winning these tournaments in Mario Kart, and then I found out that he's just more competitive in general. Like knowing he played Monster Hunter, and he showed us. He's like, yeah, I've gotten every single award available, and I'm like, that's what I'm trying to do, and I can't. And then we went to an event where they had the fucking Prime game, and he's like, he beat the fucking demo, which no one could get
Oh,
like
yeah, I
anywhere
remember that.
near.
That
And he's
was in
just
there.
like, yeah, I just beat it. I'm like, what the fuck, dude? So yeah, but
Didn't you beat him on Astro? Plays Astro
no, and then he beat me after eventually.
You don't need to. Don't tell that part of the story.
And I've uninstalled it, so I can't go back. I mean, I could, I guess, but and that's gonna lead into board games.
You can't get into any of them?
So
I don't think you've played the right ones.
that might be the case too, but it's a generalization that like again I get too competitive.
Like what
And
are
like,
board games?
And I hate when people play like too casually. It's like, bro, like it's a game. Like let's get into it. You know?
Yeah,
And, and I'm like, I'm just messing around. I'm just like, oh my God.
I don't mind messing
And
around.
like a game probably won't even end
Yeah.
because they're just like, you know, this is fun. I'm like,
No, I see.
What's the
I'm
point?
with you on that point. But the thing I feel like I would veer it a little bit. The circles I've played in the past at least when they play board games, it's too. No one wants to be confrontational.
Yeah.
Because they think it's like personal, and I'm like, it's not personal. Like, take me down if you can. And they're like, oh, no. I'm like, because I'm gonna do the same to everyone on the board. Like, I feel like when the game is that way, when the game is like Munchkin, everyone's just sitting back, just like, I'm not gonna interfere with your thing.
Yeah.
I'm like, what's the point of this game then? Like, we're supposed to. That's what gets us everyone going. So, when I'm playing with my brother and my cousin, I think we're all on that page, and it's maybe similar to what you're saying of like, what'd you fucking do to me? You're gonna do that shit? All right, I'm coming at you hard, and we're like,
Yeah.
I'm fucking like, you're not winning this game. And I'm like, wait, we forgot about him. Shit, let's team up, get this fucker, like, just get him, and we'll do that kind of stuff. But like at the end of the game, we're like, that was fun.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
it's
Like when you put your all into it, you're like, and then by the time you're done, like, yeah, you know, like that was enjoyable. Like we were able to get things out and, you know, enjoy the time. But most of the time you play with people and it's just a casual, like afraid to, you know, like really kind of get into it. Yeah. And it's just like, I don't really
would you
find
say,
this fun.
were there any games in particular you can think of that were like that?
I can't, because like I rarely play. Like,
did you
in
ever
the
play
last,
Settlers of Catan?
In the last, no. Oh, no, actually I lied. Yes.
Because that's one where I've seen people do that.
I
where they're
played
like,
it.
I don't want to mess with your thing.
I don't know if I should tell the story, but I went to a friend's birthday, and I played with like a little bit of people, and they were way too casual about it. I like dominated. I fucking dominated them, and it was my first time ever playing. They're like, it'll be a little difficult to get into, but and I understood like the basics of it, so I'm like, okay, I understand what I need to do, and I fucking dominated. And they were like, oh, I guess we're done. I'm like, but it's not fun when like no one fucking wants to go at it, dude. Like, come on.
Hot Marm.
Do you ever feel like you get, like, if you were to play, let's say, a board game or a game like that, that there are some people that just don't want to be confrontational in the space of the game?
Yeah, I feel like, yeah.
You see it? Or would you say which?
Does that
which end
ruin?
Do you want that more? Like when you see it?
You like casual? Or you like more like
I
get
don't really
into
care
it?
because I'll play how I play.
Okay.
Like,
But I feel like
for example, I take that back. Like, like a fighting game.
Yeah.
Like if someone's new, I won't go all out.
That's fair.
On the person.
see, but then that doesn't make it enjoyable for me. That's what I'm saying.
Okay,
like,
no, but
with
I
board
would
games-
say to his point, I would go easy, get a few in,
Yeah.
be like, you feeling better? You want to go a little bit more? Okay, let's go a little bit more, and then it's like, okay, let's get into it. I don't want to scare them off on the first one.
But they won't.
You're just like,
They won't. They won't get into it.
Okay.
I was the new person. They've played that shit like their whole fucking life. They've explained how like they were kids and played that shit, and I wrecked their shit. Like
That reminds me of when Street Fighter V, the guy who made it, Ono, and he was playing Daigo, and this guy made the game. He was like, "Man, this guy's taking it way too serious." He's like, "Dude, like, chill out, dude."
and Daigo's when he's like, I'm playing against the creator. I need to beat the shit out of him.
He's built
You know?
it up.
But in the last 8 years, I would say like pretty much the only board games I ever played is like with you when I got into your place and we played with your friends.
The, spy codes or whatever it's called.
Oh, Codename.
Codenames.
See, that one was cool, but I got
tier.
too into it.
Why?
I got too because I remember there was a point where we were about to lose
Zelda
and
3.
we won, and I was like, I remember just like I felt like I talked so much shit.
No,
I
the
was
thing that
like-
I feel bad about in that game is I feel like you gotta be careful is when the person trying to give the clue is giving clues and then you find out what it was after and you're like, what the fuck kind of clue was that? Like,
but that's like I don't mind that. Like, but and that one was
Zelda
fun because
7.
people. I feel like everyone kind of got into it because like
yeah.
the person that's doing like the clue thing is the one who kind of like sets the pace. Like and your friends are trying to figure it out.
but also no, I mean it's both ways because if like I'm like this is such an obvious clue. Look at the things on the board.
Yeah.
And people are like
Ratatouille.
Zelda
They
7.
picked the black card.
Yeah.
Zelda 7.
You're like, how did you get apple from this clue I gave you? Like, it can go both ways on that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember. I think with
Charades
mine.
is a similar one. I think.
Yeah.
I like.
Because I remember with mine, it was so vague. It was so dumbly vague. I think I felt like it was like my own personal inside joke, and they fucking got it. I was like, oh shit.
But I
But-
mean, on the flip side, because we're talking about games that we lost
Yeah.
love with. I'm gonna say the opposite. From soft games, they're always doing something different. Like Dark Souls 1's different from 2. It's similar, but the physics are different.
Yeah.
3's the physics are different. Then they go Bloodborne. They go fuck the Shield. Then they go Sekiro. And I'm just like, and then they go Elden Ring, and like the boss movesets, they're doing things different. Boss movesets are different. I'm like,
I wonder if like the game mechanics, like the way it feels and moves, is not even intentional. Like I wonder if they're trying to copy what they did before, and it just happens to feel different, and like it's which makes it feel like a different game.
Maybe
Because like the dodging time is different, the frame rate, invincibility frame is different or something like that.
I feel like if I ever got to see like a behind the scenes of like how a studio develops a game, they would be one of the top.
No
of the
clip.
list.
Check them out.
No clip. No clue. The knockoff.
But
yeah. And like if they make a Bloodborne 2, like I know it's gonna be different from Bloodborne 1. Like I know going into it, like yeah, it's gonna be different.
I would have said before, similar to you, before Elden Ring, I probably would have said I can't get into Sekiro.
Yeah, same.
Yeah.
And it wasn't until Elden Ring opened the doors for me.
Miyazaki.
Yes, come in. This works out for the both.
Welcome to
of us.
my
Fucking
world.
torture chair and shit. Like. It's comfortable. But yeah, that's it. That's my topic.
Cool. Good. Next up, so we're going to talk about Comic-Con. We talked about it last week a little bit, but Jang, you mentioned something, and I was like, oh, that's a good idea. I totally forgot. Marvel is going to be at Comic-Con in the Hall H and stuff. I believe DC as well. So I don't want to go too wide with this. Let's primarily focus on, I guess, Marvel, because I feel like there's more to talk about there. And if there's anything you feel like speculatively on the DC front we can explore, but what do you want to see, hope to see in terms of news surprises? Because they typically will be like, here's the panel, we're going to talk, and let's introduce, and some guy comes on with some girl comes on with a hat or something for like, I'm on the news show, or returning person or something. I don't know. Like, what do you think we will see, big picture wise? Like, do you think we'll see like John Krasinski pop in, and then Pam shows up, or Steve Carell shows up? No, I don't know.
I think it's crazy that people are saying that John shouldn't be.
I think he's not just because he was in Multiverse.
Maybe.
I think
Like he's just like a
Because
he could
they
be
were one version.
Yeah, he could be one version, and then like we were gonna go with a different version. But it wasn't mine. Anyways, I think Marvel's gonna pick Ezra Miller to be it.
Shit. Big bad? Okay.
The Batman scene. I'm back, bitches. But he's fucking Batman Beyond, like. I just throwing a curveball, just
Yeah.
throwing it out there.
No, that was definitely cool. Ezra Miller shows up.
Batman Beyond. Live action.
Okay.
Wow. Well, there's rumors been going on in Twitterverse. Steven Spielberg is going to direct Fantastic Four. And I believe it.
Do you
believe
think
that rumor?
is that
Damn.
a good thing or a bad thing?
I like Spielberg. He's not consistent.
But that's the thing, though. He's not consistent, and like I feel like a lot of his work is like I can't see how his work turns into a Marvel movie.
he was supposed to direct Azkaban. The reason why he didn't, he said it was Alfonso Cuarón.
Quarren, yeah.
Cuarón directed Azkaban.
Mhm.
He said it's too easy. He's like, I don't want to direct too easy.
Has he directed like anything that's not his own work, like his
Spielberg?
own? Yeah,
Ready Player One.
Jurassic Park.
That's good.
the
West Side
original.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, that one's good.
West Side Story.
I heard that's good.
It is good, but I don't see that like kind of like that work in that kind
Ready
of
Player
movie.
One.
But that was not. I liked it, but it is not good.
Minority Report.
Okay. I
Shrek?
see that. Is it really?
It's in his credits.
Wow.
fuck?
I don't know to what
No,
degree.
I don't think so.
He literally
Well-
was just like, name him Shrek.
I think he produced probably. I'll look for him as director.
Okay, yeah, Minority Report is one I could see like that kind of blows outside
I think his style is more subtle.
'Cause I think
That's
of, like-
that's probably the best way to put it.
He did E.T., right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think of that. Like I think of, and I'm like,
Jaws, E.T.,
and
Indiana
I don't see
Jones,
like it's just like
Saving
that's
Private
older. like work, and I don't see how that translates to like more modern stuff. But
Well, I'm thinking like Fantastic Four. It would probably feel more just like an old-fashioned adventure film, like how blockbusters maybe used to be, but like with the Marvel spin on it.
like Indiana Jones.
Not, well, sort of. I just mean like in the sense of like there was no superheroics. It was just people doing things and trying to get out of situations and stuff.
I see.
He does. He's done Munich. He's done a wide variety of stuff.
I honestly didn't like. I didn't know. I never pay attention to who directs a fucking movie.
The Terminal. That was the Tom Hanks.
Yeah, that was
one.
good. Yeah, too.
So he like that's what I'm saying. Like his style isn't like as pronounced as like.
I've seen all these movies, but I don't know that it's him doing it, and like I don't know a lot of his more modern work.
Yeah.
So yeah, then I could see it. I could see him doing a good job.
I'd like that. I didn't hear that. The only rumor I saw, I think that I was kind of indulging in, was the Blade rumor. It was the antagonist would be
They're changing
Dracula.
it. It's now the Wesker movie.
Yeah,
Imagine he comes out.
Fucking
multiverse of Blade.
shit.
No, the rumor, the leak, or I don't know what it was, but they were saying the main antagonist is going to be Dracula, and it's going to be played by the Homelander actor. And I'm like, I want to see
his face, just like even outside the movie, like he looks like a bad guy.
His smile.
Yeah. And then there was
Fucking
another a rumor, and I want to see what you guys think of this, or just like use this as a jumping off point of what you would want to see. There was another rumor leak of saying the guy who plays Gustavo Fring and as Professor Xavier.
Oh yeah.
And the hot shot guy from Top Gun.
Yeah,
as
Cyclops. That's a
Cyclops.
good one. That's a good one.
The guy who does the dance?
No,
No.
not mine.
The guy that saves Tom Cruise when Tom Cruise is about to die.
Yeah, that guy. Yeah, what do you guys think of that?
Yeah.
That guy is for sure Cyclops. I could see it.
Wow.
Just if they started talking about X-Men just as a whole, I'd be shocked. I think that would steal the show in a big way.
Yeah, I would want like a Hall H, you know, and you're like, I don't like. They're just like, this is Marvel, and then.
They apparently, I mean, I don't think anyone that watches this watches Miss Marvel or
No one.
It's. I mean, you mentioned it's been one of the higher rated ones, but they tease that music in there, and there's like hints of connection to X-Men.
I know the spoiler for that show.
How about her?
The ending, yeah.
Yeah.
They're segue into.
Oh, Comic Man! I didn't realize you're still on. Sorry.
He says, I do.
Yeah.
I do. I might start watching them. I feel like I need to get into shows again. I haven't like.
The Boys.
Maybe I can start. I mean, I've watched season 1. I need to watch season 2, and then there's season 3.
There you go.
Stranger Things.
You saw? Oh yeah, I was gonna ask. You didn't make any progress.
I still need season 3 still.
I'm trying to think of other casting. Like, I feel like, obviously, like if they hit it off with like a Professor X or a Cyclops kind of announcement, I think people are frothing at the mouth for any kind of Wolverine news. But I think if they went kind of in a different direction, but would be exciting at a Comic-Con, and I think would get a bigger rise at a Comic-Con than anywhere else, would be if they like tease like villains of the X-Men, like Mr. Sinister.
Damn, that went nowhere.
Yeah.
One of the post-credit scenes.
Yeah.
One of the X.
Well, there's still like the whole Adam Warlock thing, right? From like way back when.
That's from Guardians and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's gonna be in Guardians 3.
But that has like
whatever.
they teased it and like.
Well, there hasn't been
No,
Guardians.
they casted the guy.
Yeah.
Will Poultier.
But
Yes.
when did the first Guardians come out?
A long time ago.
Yeah, like it's been like fuck.
Yeah.
Shit, dude.
Welcome to the MCU.
I want to see Doom,
Yes.
but I don't know who I would cast.
I would cast Gustavo Fring.
The boys guy.
Oh, and Comic Banner, thank you for pointing out. There's going to be the Guardians Christmas special end of this year.
Yeah.
They're doing like a little Christmas special thing.
What the is
On
Shrek? Shrek Christmas.
Then I saw
special?
her face, and I was a believer. Gustavo Fring is who I was thinking of, or I can't even remember his name. While I look it up.
Is that the guy from
El Pollos Hermanos?
Oh no.
Oh, you're
Old
that guy's
country,
good
country
too,
from old
man.
man.
Oh.
No country from no man.
Sugar.
Yeah,
They call him Sugar in the movie.
he's
He's also in James
the
Bond.
air compressor.
James Bond villain.
Yeah,
They should get Josh Brolin. He comes back.
Cable, Doom,
still has the chin, you know. and-
Thanos.
Cable. What if we see Ryan Reynolds come on stage?
That'd be cool.
Because they've already kind of been talking about that.
You know what Deadpool 3 was supposed to be? A road trip with Wolverine. That would have been fucking dope.
Isn't Deadpool 3 still happening?
Yeah, but
Okay.
like to come to reality, like them showing
Yeah.
it or showing something.
Well, here's a rumor that has been kind of confirmed.
Giancarlo Esposito is the actor's name. Sorry.
Daredevil. The guy signed on. Foggy Nelson.
Oh,
He signed a contract, so Disney Plus is making it. I'm scared,
yeah.
but I'm hoping it's good.
I think the way they treated Kingpin scared me of any further treatment of that stuff.
Yeah, he's such a good character too.
It really bothered me. Personally.
Yeah, throwing around,
Just ragdolled that guy.
and he
Like
runs
the
away.
Halo effect. No, but it would. So okay, I feel like if they leaned into that, you would have a moment where you see just the entire Netflix crew of Marvel just all on stage at once. We're back, baby.
Defenders.
Who we defending?
Or at least the maybe not bring
Iron
that
Fist.
back, but yeah, maybe bring some of it back. Jessica Jones was good. I like Luke Cage. Luke Cage was good. But I think that would, again, I feel a little weird because in Luke Cage, but not Finn Jones. Luke Cage, the character is done with midway through the season of Luke Cage, but he's the actor that's going to be playing Blade. So that's why I'm like, it might get a little weird.
Huh.
But I think they'll just be like, that didn't happen. Like, that didn't happen. But is there anything else you guys can think of? Like,
Well, I know Comic-Con can also do video games, and they had mentioned like the Wolverine game, the one where it's like he's in the bar,
yeah.
the bar scene. Maybe they might show something for that.
Oh, the Marvel stuff? Yeah, that'd be
Yeah.
interesting.
Yeah.
That or the Spider-Man one
Marvel
too.
Sons.
Midnight Suns?
Marvel Sons. Yes.
I don't think they're going to use that for Halloween.
No.
I don't think it's that big. It might be at their exhibit hall.
Yeah, like somewhere
come
else.
try it
Not
out.
Harley,
Yeah.
yeah, for sure.
I don't think they'll spend that time.
What do you
Kevin
think-
Feige's like, check out Midnight Suns.
Do you think they'll show like a teaser like they almost always do for like a brand new movie?
Yes, I know what movie it will be, and
So,
I'll lose my shit.
Is
if
it usually a movie that's already been announced, but like they just haven't shown anything for it, or is it normally a movie it's like no one even knew about it, and all of a sudden like boom, this is the first hearing, first showing?
They'll do a mix sometimes. I mean, like they'll have like the Avengers cast is here, and we're gonna talk about like Phase 4 cast is here,
Okay.
and they'll have a few people coming in from like they'll have the actor for Shang-Chi. They'll have Aquafina there. They'll have Chris Hemsworth there. Maybe Loki season 2, and then something that's related to that. Then they'll be like surprise.
Have you ever been to Hall H?
No,
And you have? No.
I
Did you wait for Hall H?
don't want to.
never.
That's too much.
Yeah.
I'd rather do so many other.
I don't know
things.
why I thought like you did one, or maybe like you might have just held the line for a while for a friend or something, and then left out and they came back.
I'm sure it's a cool experience. I just when I think
It's
of
not for me.
yeah.
Because I feel like it's wasted. Yeah, you waste so much
I
time
just watch
for something that is in a league anyway. It's like you might as well.
Well, people have networks. People have all kinds of stuff that they can set up. It's just when I think of what the things I enjoy doing there, I prefer doing.
It's
some
not
other
Not
stuff.
waiting for
as
10 hours.
bad as you think. There's shifts,
Yeah,
so.
But that's if you make the shifts, because I don't know anyone else that I would do it with. So
It's
I'd
a
just
Facebook group.
I'd go there and fucking 15 hours later I'm in Hall H. you know,
Facebook group. There's shifts you can take. And
Comic Banners is just easy. Just walk over when you want to see something.
yeah, just watch it on your phone.
just walk into Hall H when it's
TikTok.
ready.
Okay.
Yeah, in
That's
this day and
true.
age, that'll be interesting.
That's
yeah.
true.
No, just me. Maybe your exclusive multi.
And also, like, there's just been a lot of letdowns. I remember they showed Batman vs Superman, but I wasn't. I was not excited for it because no one's gonna really die. Like, I'm like,
I think for that the excitement was more seeing that come to reality,
yeah,
like
to fruition.
like the Frank Miller work that you're like, oh my god, that scene, and
So
of the
you
time.
you had an idea of what they might show as a trailer.
Yeah.
What's the
I think you're gonna hear a motorcycle roar and a little bit of a fire burst and a chain drop, and
it's
Nick
on
Cage
fire?
shows up, Ghost Rider, and he comes up on stage and he's like, and it's the year of Nick Cage.
It'd be cool if like the way they would do the scene is he comes up on a motorcycle, he's got chain, nothing on fire, it's just him. And then as he takes off, you see like flames off of him, like as like you see like him like go off in the distance.
Ghost Rider coming. And Peace Fire. Yep. Exactly.
Directed by Guillermo del Toro. Ghost Rider.
That'd be so weird.
Spirits of Vengeance.
Ron Perlman's definitely going to be in that movie. He always finds a way to get him in there. Yeah, that would be my dream. And I think it could be a reality. I think that could be cool.
I saw a really cool. It's not going to happen, but it's Doom, but they used the MF Doom. Imagine if you saw this on Hall H and it does the Marvel. It does the MF Doom song. I'm like, that's fucking sick.
That'd be cool.
And it's not going to happen. It's fucking sick. Whoever made that, I was like, I got chills.
Are they
dude.
doing
Nice.
a standalone Doom movie? Is that
No,
like a
dude,
thing?
no.
Okay.
There was at one point a show that was going to be made by Noah Hawley.
Mhm.
He's the guy that did
I met the
Legion
guy.
and Fargo.
I met him.
Oh, you did?
Book signing.
Oh, shit. Okay.
Legion.
That was a crazy show.
And that's gone.
I think, yeah, when there was more acquisitions and stuff happening, it kind of fell off the side, and they probably are prioritizing other things. But what's
I'm going to go nuts. Fang. Foom.
that'd be crazy.
Guillermo del Toro. Man thing.
There was another rumor of Marvel Man, I believe, showing up and like being a character. He's like a Hollywood actor, and he got all the superpowers and stuff. Becomes a future relationship with
Not
Wonder
to get.
Man.
Wonder Man.
Okay,
sorry.
I was gonna
Yeah.
say, I was
Wonder
like,
Man.
not to
He-
get political,
I think so.
but I feel people would be like, Marvel Man. There's already a Miss Marvel. Why are you guys bringing a man into this?
branding.
I mean, the
My
only
bad.
thing that could break it is X-Men. The show. X-Men. Here's the cast of the new X-Men, I think. That
Is
would go
there
nuts.
like already news for an X-Men show or movie or anything?
I mean, they've teased enough. Like, I mean, Professor
yeah,
Xavier
yeah.
in
so
that.
like something's coming.
The other stuff they've kind of been hinting at. They're like they've acquired. And they're like they have kind of been hush about it. So they're like possible. Doom thing.
All I know is Xavier like fucking row slides off of the thing in Multiverse of Madness. It's crazy.
I'd lose my mind if they did Superior Spider-Man. It's not going to happen. But
That'd be wild.
I would be like, fuck.
Oh, there's
If
still.
they made that a show, I would watch
Do you
it.
think? Oh, okay. Well, this is a possibility. They've been working on the film. I could see it maybe happening, but it'd be working with Sony, and I don't know how that'll work with this. But they're doing. I mean, they did Morbius. They did Venom 2, and they're building this whole thing on that side.
Carnage.
Well, they did that too, but they're doing that. Craven. They're doing a movie with Craven, and it's Aaron Taylor Johnson.
Quicksilver.
The Quicksilver. But they've been
recycle these characters.
They've been filming it, so I'm sure that could be teased. And I think in that vein, they could easily tease like Sinister Six, like in that vein, like in a different. Jeez. Jared Leto shows up. Michael Keaton shows
Morbin time.
Yeah, I think dude, if Jared Leto showed up at a Marvel panel,
Oh my
the
gosh.
audience would be Morbin. He would just steal this shit.
It's Morbin time.
That'd be
Dude, I
hilarious.
just think it's so funny, like how they thought like, dude, it's becoming a big thing again. Let's re-release it in theaters
people
again.
out of touch, man.
Corporate
Tyrese
out Gibson did like a figure. He's like, you guys are joshing, but like, call me when we do a second interview for Morbius 2.
Shit.
Like, just they still have. Oh yeah, Spider-Woman and the Madam Web is in development. There's
Damn.
that reminds me. Thank you, Comic Banner. That reminds me the Into the Spider-Verse stuff too.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna
They
say.
did part 1, and they probably are gonna tease more about.
Yeah, they
that.
might have part 2.
That's
Have
cool.
like a booth with spider webs everywhere.
Damn. That's been in.
There's
Psychedelic
they're
Spider-Webs.
firing. They're just like cranking every cog.
And
going
then
everywhere.
DC's just like, huh? The fucking twins. Huh?
No, they got Ezra Miller. Come on,
I know.
OP. Black Cat, Silver Sable.
He's the real Flash, man. Fuck, they can't catch that guy.
Is the Thing DC?
Yes.
No, the Thing.
The Thing?
The Thing.
Oh no, I'm thinking Swamp Thing.
So that's what I meant actually. It's
I was
Swamp
like-
Thing DC.
Not the Kurt Russell one.
Swamp Thing would be cool. They made it.
But like with
A new
their
Constantine
the thing
with-
is with their
with fucking
reputation with their
Bring Shia
reputation
LaBeouf
right
back.
now though.
With what?
With DC's reputation, I'm afraid of them doing anything at all, dude. I'm just gonna ruin it.
Yeah.
Just focus on the Vertigo properties.
Yes.
Well, sort of, because they've been they canceled Y. I kind of want to see this. I know it's been sort of done from the DC side. Yeah, there was a Swamp Thing show actually on the DC Universe network thing. What's it called? Fables.
Oh yeah. I didn't like that comic book, but
You
oh,
did?
it's very well loved. But
Yeah.
I just did
Well,
not
they
like
did
it.
the
I like the concept of it.
Yeah, the concept. So there was a show that
Once Upon a Time
kind of like I think pretty much
Stole-
stole that whole.
That's
like,
Disney's, right?
I don't
Once
know.
Upon a Time?
It was
So.
on like ABC.
Oh,
Disney's,
no.
I think. I think it was Disney's.
Yeah, because they eventually had like more.
Oh no, I'm thinking of because there's a movie where like it's Disney Princess or some shit.
Grimm.
Is that it?
I don't know.
Grimm is a show too.
Yeah,
2 M's, I think. At the
10th Kingdom. What if Keanu showed up at Marvel? It's all been done before. Who would Keanu be if he was in MCU?
Crossover. Constantine.
He would have to be a really cool character. But he's older.
They can make him look younger.
Damn,
CG.
He would have been the perfect like Submariner namer.
That's
But-
what Conor Banner just said.
Yeah.
Namor.
Yeah.
I seen fan art of what's his name? He was yeah, I think they did cast someone else.
They did.
He was Gaston in the live action Beauty and the Beast.
Mm.
Luke Evans, I think. And it was a cool art. It was like him with the pointier ears and everything. I think he'd be good.
DC can throw a trump card. So I've been rereading Sandman, and
Uh-huh.
I've never read. The character shows up,
Uh-huh.
and I'm like, "Who the fuck is this guy?" And I'm like reading, and I looked it up. It's like, oh, so this is my second time reading Sandman. I was like, I've never. He got recently. He has a new comic book, not new, but fairly new. Very well loved. Miracle Man, Mr. Miracle. I mean.
Oh, Mr. Miracle.
Mr. Miracle.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he's in Sandman, and the
What?
first time I read it, I did not know who this guy was. So the second time I'm reading it, I'm like, who is this dude? Because he's chilling with the JLA.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm gonna look this up. Oh, it's Mr. Miracle. I've never read the new
The
Mr.
Tom
Miracle.
King one?
Yeah,
That's
that
a
one.
really good one.
So if they made a Mr. Miracle fucking movie,
Yeah. If it was adapting the Tom King story, I would want a mini series, like a high production, like 6-8 episode. It was a really good story. Yeah. I was also thinking in the vein of Namor, news about the next Black Panther,
oh yeah,
because that's been,
who's taking over the mantle?
or just like any kind of like what the movie will be called, or what, I don't know, anything. And then like I know in the past another thing they do is they've teased like the big thing that they're building towards, like you're seeing all this and then this is what we're going to. And they show like a concept art or something like Age of Ultron, and they showed all the Terminator things everywhere. So, yeah. So,
Be cool. But like I'm not, and like I don't read the Marvel as much as you guys do to know a lot of this stuff.
it's fine. You'll see 3 TikToks.
Yeah.
They'll all explain it
Yeah.
100 times over.
Like I'll know everything.
And then you go somewhere, and then everyone's gonna be like, "Dude, you don't know?" Obviously, like, yeah, I knew. And
Now you
they'll
know.
Be like,
You know what?
they
I had
watch-
to admit though, there hasn't been any spoilers for Thor for any of my TikToks.
Yeah.
I haven't seen anything.
I think because it's not like doing well. I feel like
Well, there wasn't a lot to spoil. I don't know. Like in the bigger picture, like I think when Spider-Man happened, there was a lot spoiled.
I think that's one of the things though is like all these like Multiverse of Madness and this one, like it's enclosed within itself. It's not like really adding too much more within the.
Well, I mean, Multiverse had spoilers because
Yeah.
of the whole like all the actors that were in it, the Fantastic Four,
Yeah, that's
Professor
true.
Xavier, all
and
that
then
shit.
that did pop up for me.
Those were
That
like
that
yeah.
popped up. for
Yeah.
me.
Yeah.
those were like
Yeah,
the
with
big moments.
Professor
But
X
like
grinding.
any of the actual like parts of the movie were like people were like, oh, whatever.
Yeah.
Like those weren't big. Same with this one. I haven't seen anything really besides just little jokes here and there that maybe happened one too many times for some people. Every time it happened, I laughed a little bit more because I remember how much it bugged me. Yeah, there's a recurring joke. Anyway,
It's 2012.
that's fine. Nostalgia.
I need to know what joke this is, man.
It's whatever.
You might laugh the first time, but after, it's
I'm like, all right, that's enough. That's enough.
Okay.
That's enough slices.
I'm just,
Anything else for the halls? Deck the halls.
I'm hyped for Sandman,
Okay.
and I kind of don't want to see anything about it. I want to
Okay.
watch the show fresh.
August
It's
what?
soon.
And it scares me too because every live adaptation of Netflix sucks.
It's okay. It's backed by Neil, so we're good.
Yu
He's backing his funding.
Yu Hakusho is getting a live adaptation.
I don't think it's. I don't know. All these anime that
One
that
Piece.
Netflix, it's not good, man. It's not good.
When does this come out? It comes
Wait.
out mid-August.
It's not
For-
first week of August.
Oh, okay.
Sadman.
Okay. Cool. You guys
I
wanna
mean,
get-
they should just. I'm telling you, one more trailer, but in a cover of Enter Sandman. Never, never. A girl singing. Never.
that'd be cool.
I mean, they already fucking paid Metallica for something. For so
Yeah,
many
that's
things.
true.
So shit.
Master
Good.
Puppets.
You guys, do you want to get into your topic?
Let's do it. I forgot it. I'm tired.
SDC. See.
So we're gonna talk about. Most of us have seen Thor: Love
Oh,
and Thunder.
That's how forgettable it was.
Well, you already know his review. Thor: Love and Thunder. We're gonna do a spoiler-free review of sorts, and feel free to ask any
I
questions.
haven't watched it.
Yeah. I thought you did.
I tried.
Your proxy
I didn't
did.
try. I went kayaking on Saturday, and then like after I came out, I was like, I could just go straight to watch a movie. I'm like, I'll wait a bit. And I got home, didn't do shit.
Every time I've gone to an AMC, they always have some like.
Nicole Kidman.
Yeah, well, I mean, they have that, but
And the
I
Lady
can always
Gaga.
count on that. But they always have like a merch-related popcorn bucket.
Yeah. It's
And-
sold out.
I went like I said, like a week later, and I was like, oh, I'm coming. I'm gonna get this popcorn bar. They're like, we sold out first day. I was like, what? And I looked it up later. People were reselling it, of course, but it was like not the top quality. Like people were like, yeah, it falls apart and all this shit. I was
That's,
like,
Oh, so you're
that's
like,
my
ooh.
next topic. Have you bought anything on resale?
okay,
That's the next topic.
yeah, that's a good topic.
Would you have paid the resale price?
No.
No.
It was $50, but I wasn't that interested. in
Wait, is that's
shit.
retail?
resale.
Oh,
It's probably like a
Retail was
$20.
30 item.
That's
Because
still
you're
a
probably
lot.
getting it with the popcorn.
Yeah.
They're charging
that's
you
still a
up.
lot, but I guess that makes sense.
Man, I buttered my fucking pop. I'm gonna die from hypertension, dude.
Jesus.
Shit, I'm like,
It's good with butter.
I don't-
it's
I-
bad for you.
The thing is, every time I get popcorn, I go with Unicorn Rainbow Strip and Dragonton. I'm like, give me a box, please, as well.
Yes.
I pour
Yes.
mine in the box. I give
Yes.
them the bucket. They douse it in butter.
Yeah.
And I don't like. I like the movie popcorn the way it is. I'm like, I've never. I don't think. I think it's my hands.
and I pour it and I butter that and then I butter that.
He
Jesus.
gets a pull of bucket butter,
dude,
then he
some
pours
people-
his popcorn into the bucket
Some
butter.
people are fucking nuts. They'll finish that bucket because you could get a refill.
Yeah.
and I can't get a dude. That's bad for you.
No, but you
know,
take the
in-
refill home.
In our prime, my dad and I would finish the bucket before the trailers ended.
Yep.
And
Get
then
a refill.
Get a refill. He's like, go. I was like,
But that's two people. But one by yourself.
it was
A
mostly
refill?
my dad. He was just like, and I was like, okay, I gotta keep up. give me some.
That's
But
fine.
yeah, Thor: Love and Thunder. You saw it opening weekend. I
Yep.
saw it middle of the week.
I haven't seen it.
You
Came
haven't
into it very hyped.
Taika Waititi directing. He did Thor Ragnarok, and yeah,
But his comedy's in there.
it is.
Mhm.
Okay. Let's just dive in. Let's just go into it. He shared a bit of his thoughts. His comedy's in there. It's sometimes too much. It's sometimes almost at the detriment of the story. It's like it gets in the way of itself a little bit.
But like, you guys saw Thor Ragnarok, and that shit was perfect.
But I also saw James Gunn's Guardians of the Galaxy and Suicide Squad sucked ass.
It was all right. Like,
Oh, okay, yeah. The beginning was good,
the
but
beginning was good. I mean, for me, for you, it's different. It's fine. But it was. I still laughed throughout the whole film. It's just sometimes they were doing jokes while doing another joke, and I feel like you need to let each of these breathe. I felt like I had recently also rewatched Ragnarok with showing it to Drackleton and Unicorn Rainbow Ship, and it was spaced out, and there was seriousness to it.
Yeah.
There was this stuff, and I feel like the story of Ragnarok was also, I mean, Ragnarok, Odin, Thor and Loki's dad passes at the very beginning of the film. And then the whole movie, they're just like on shenanigans trying to get back and figure shit out. This one, so it was more lighthearted, I would say. This one felt like it was trying to do a more serious story, but it almost had way more jokes. And I'm like, from a character perspective, I was like, I kind of, for at least his character, I understood it. But then everything else was kind of going in. Because like, every left, right turn he goes, he's lost someone. I'm like, man, this guy... He's just coping, I think, at this point. Like, and it kind of starts on that note, but then, yeah. But I don't know. Do you want to talk on any of that?
well, I remember watching Ragnarok. In the very beginning of Ragnarok, it's funny because he's like dangling from a chain and he's talking to the bad guy.
Oh yeah.
The very beginning of this movie is very fucking serious. It's like the total.
Wait, when?
The very beginning is the origin of the villain. Of this
Oh
movie.
yeah, that part.
So
I
when
I
I'm
thought you were talking about the Thor.
so like
Forgettable?
just
No, I just forgot what happened.
mirrored. I'm just like, this is very different so far.
Yeah, that was the first thing it showed, right? Okay, because I thought you were talking about the Thor part. Sam was like, "What the fuck are you talking about?" The Thor part was funny, like when they got to him, but they started with like, the serious stuff. What did you think of Christian Bale?
So, backstory. He was done with comic book movies, but he saw Taika Waititi's script, and he's like, I want to be a part of this. And I think that's the best part of the movie. Gore, Christian Bale's character.
He's the god.
I wish it was more fleshed out.
Yes.
But it was a little bit too
It's like a
short.
sample.
Yeah. It's like, damn, you could have just developed that more.
Does it show him like his powers, like how, like?
Yeah, you see the scale of his powers to a little bit. It almost, the thing I would say to what Jeng's saying is like, I would wish they showed a bit more of it because you kind of just got a small sample, and he holds a big name to him, like his title or whatever.
4 fucking letters.
He's got
yeah,
the
it's
god,
crazy.
he's the God Butcher, and I'm like, I want to see him being a God Butcher. And his scenes were cool, and they were really he showed range, and it was interesting. I'm like, there's more here. And I wish, I would have liked. It was a tight, it was a 2-hour movie, barely. I would have liked a little bit more for once.
Yeah, it's like an hour or something, right?
Yeah.
Wait, I'm trying not to say spoilers.
Yeah.
Do you know who that person is in the beginning?
The actor or the character?
The actress. The very beginning?
Is it someone's real life daughter?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know who.
That's Chris Hemsworth's daughter.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because okay. Yeah.
Knowing that, I think is kind of cool.
Yeah.
Like going into it.
So
I didn't know going into it.
I didn't know either. You're right.
Afterwards, I was like, oh shit, that's his daughter? That's his real life daughter?
And then there's a part in the beginning where they're showing like, this is Thor. He was a kid. He grew up. The kid was his son.
Yeah.
And then there was a girl that's an Asgardian somewhere in the scenes, and she was Natalie Portman's daughter.
Oh.
And I think somewhere, I don't know about this part, but I think one of Taika Waititi's kids is also on it. So everyone was like, this is a family film.
Bring your fucking kids to work
to
day.
work.
Yeah.
And we'll fucking put them in the movie.
I think Taika Waititi did an interview. He's like, cheap labor. Cheap labor. Yeah.
See, like his jokes are good. Why? How did? No, I said I know it's different from him actually scripting it.
No, it was still it was just. I feel like there's a point where it's like you could just take some of it away, and it would let everything be good.
Breathe
longer.
more, yeah.
Yeah. I want to argue, like I like Christian Bale's performance. I think it was one of the better parts of it. But to me, what stole the show and what made me laugh more than anything was Russell Crowe. He was my favorite part, without going too much into it. Did you have any thoughts on Russell Crowe's thing, or did you want more? Did you not like it at all?
Do you know who he plays?
The Gladiator.
Okay, so I don't want to spoil it.
Okay.
But the character that he plays, I didn't like.
Okay.
That and then that brings me into I didn't like that whole part of that story.
Okay.
Like they can do that. They've done it in Sandman, like that kind of thing. And it works in the Sandman universe. I don't think that thing works in the Marvel universe.
Okay.
And it really threw me off. I was just like, oh, why? But at the end credits, they introduce a character, and that person is in Marvel Comics. So I can see why, but I feel like it's a dead end. I don't know. Like, I don't think it's that character will come back. But anyways.
I think, well...
Anyways, I associate that character more with Hulk and Wolverine than Thor.
Yeah.
So, but the whole Russell Crowe's character and the whole that part of the
movie.
story I was like, this is stupid. It doesn't work in Marvel. Like
you-
it would work
you feel that way?
anything else, anywhere else. Or
Was it like your
depends,
least
but-
favorite?
I don't think I was paying as much attention to the context of it. I was just like, oh, I'm about to see, because I kind of like watching the shows was like, oh, this is the part with him. I was looking forward to it, and I was like, okay, this other stuff, whatever. It's
Yeah.
kind of like this get us to point B. But I agree with you. I think that in context, it probably complicates things more, or they're just going to ignore it, which is probably more likely what they're going to do. Well, I mean, I don't know. I feel like there's a way they could do, because with Moon Knight, they kind of explore a section of it, and that could tie to this stuff. Anyway. But the Russell Crowe part was the only part I was focused on, and I liked it.
I'm gonna make an assumption here. You guys can either go with it or not. But I'm gonna assume Russell Crowe's character is more attached to the Guardians of the Galaxy
No.
story. Okay, never mind.
The Guardians stuff actually is like, they just like, at the very beginning of the movie, it's like they're in it for like 2 seconds.
That's hilarious.
So there's that.
I mean, in the beginning, it was actually pretty fun. Those aliens, that was funny.
I liked it. Yeah, it has good humor, and they gave him a really good gift that I think you enjoyed throughout the whole movie.
Yeah. Yeah.
Then there's, I mean, the other big part of this, like it's on the posters, is Natalie Portman back, and not only is she back, but she's
Buff as fuck. Yeah, I know.
yeah, and she's the other Thor. She's the mighty Thor.
They made her 6 foot tall with platform
Wait.
shoes.
There's a Thor and a Mighty Thor.
So they adapted the whole thing of like there being a female Thor.
Yeah.
Is an adaptation of a comic called The Mighty Thor.
Okay.
And Jason Aaron wrote it, and there's a few other artists involved. And I don't want to go into the details of it, but this is a kind of an adaptation of that storyline of how she comes back into the fold of this, but in the MCU context. And I liked the little bits they showed of the history they had, because they were together for a bit in the prior films before they split. And you never in the movies back then, it was like she was in Thor 1, he disappears, Avengers happen, I think, and then Thor 2 happened, and she's there, and then after that she's not in any of the movies, and you're like, okay, well, what? This kind of contextualized it.
It shows
A
why
bit.
she's gone.
Well, it shows why, they hadn't seen each other, and I thought it was a good part of it. It just, the way it handled some of it was weird. Like, they jump between serious and comedy like a switch, and that never, it made it hard to feel natural sometimes. It was just like
Too much, too fast. Yeah.
sometimes at the same time. Sometimes, and I'm like, okay, whatever.
Damn.
Like, I get what they're going for, and there was a sincerity to it, but it's hard sometimes. But I think overall, like, I had a good experience. It wasn't like, I mean, last week you were talking about like your favorites of the recent ones. I think Shang-Chi, I was surprised the most out of all of them, and I liked it a lot. I don't know if I liked it the most, but I liked it. I give it like a solid B plus, A minus for me, just my own personal thing. Somewhere in there, I don't know exactly. Eternals, I think the concept was cool. I don't think for how long the movie was and like what it was about, I don't think I cared. Like a B minus. what was it? Doctor Strange was interesting, but I don't care about Doctor Strange. So that's the part like where it loses. And I'm gonna exclude Spider-Man
Yeah.
because
It's not MCU. I don't consider it MCU film.
Really?
It's more of a standalone thing. I don't think it just because one character's in it. I don't
Yeah,
think it,
that's true.
I mean, Strange was in it, I guess. But
Yeah. Well, I'm wondering. I guess it's gonna be hard to tell now until like you see more of the ramifications of what that might entail. But I feel like his world is so big that it's like it's a world of its own. Like all of this stuff going on there, and then I liked it. For me, it's like I like the character. I like the world. Like I have sympathy for the character where it's like he's gone through so much hardship, but he's a god. Like I want them to kind of explore that. Be like, is he numb to it now? Is he coping all the time? Does this gonna change him? I know Loki. They've been doing a different thing. Like he's like, I've seen other lives of myself. All this shit. So I don't know.
is Loki? Because Loki starts off because he got the cube, and is he in a different dimension than what Thor's in? Like they'll never meet again, or will they meet again?
I think they could meet again.
I think they will meet again because of things that happened in Loki and in Spider-Man. But in the conclusion of Loki, he's somewhere else.
Yeah.
Without going into too much detail, but he's at a different point. But I don't know how that's going to timeline-wise fit into all this with everything else going on. Like it doesn't. I don't have a clear idea.
That's one thing though. I'm excited for Loki too. I saw Loki 1.
You saw all of it?
Yeah.
That was the thing I forgot to mention was Kang.
TVA.
I wonder if we'll see that actor pop up and like we'll see some cool like the Conquer artwork or something. I don't know. Did you have any other thoughts on Thor?
After watching Thor, man, like first it was with James Gunn,
Yeah.
then with Sam Raimi, and then now with this movie. Like I can't. Directors aren't consistent. Like I can't be excited for the next Guardians.
But I think it's also that's what I was afraid of with the Spielberg thing, where it's like it's not the fact that they're not consistent. I think there's just things that they can't make their own. Like they can't, And I guess the reason why I'm hopeful, at least with me liking Thor. I mean, you guys have already said otherwise, but is because I loved Ragnarok, and he just did fantastic. Like he was able to like sprinkle his shit in there while still keeping
Guardians in the Galaxy.
Yeah.
And Guardians 2 is okay. It was
Yeah.
good. And Guardians
like
3,
that could be very different.
I mean Suicide Squad. I mean, I was just like, what the heck am I watching? When I was watching Thor, I was like, dude, what am I watching, dude? I'm like, how did it get from this to this, dude? Like,
I mean, it does also happen. Like maybe it's not I think it takes it's obvious it takes a crew to make a film, and I think something I keep seeing, at least in some news circuits, is how strained a lot of the productions are for these films. The more of these they pump out, the more shows they pump out.
Yeah.
They're just like crank this out as quickly as you can. Crank that out.
I read a Reddit article talking about superhero fatigue, and they're saying like
It's happening,
but there was a moment in time in Hollywood was only focused on making Western films, and is eventually going to die out. And it's on the path right now, like with superhero films.
And even just like I look at it like when you look at any kind of like when comic books were first being made, you were like, oh, they're going to be the first time we see Green Goblin, the first time we see Joker. Then we're going to we got the funding, and now we're doing the best stories we've ever, the Infinity Wars, the Civil Wars, the whatever. There's a lot of weird stories that are in between it, and they're just like, let's do this story, let's do that story. It's like, it's going to start getting weird. It's going to start getting like, this isn't mass appeal. It's going to start getting like it does with anything. And like you said, like just more spread out. And I think that could be pro-con because it's like now you're offering more stories different people might find interesting, but at the same time it might lose that like regard it had, like the higher I don't know.
All I'm saying is the best comic book movie out that came out this year, The Batman.
And you didn't really care for it much.
It's in my top 5. I mean, I mentioned it. The Batman.
Yeah.
Is the best comic book. That boggles my fucking mind.
What else can
I just think it's so funny how emo he was when he got out the costume off of his ass.
Dude.
I mean, what's the next Marvel film? Black Panther, maybe.
I think it's possible.
I think it's Black Panther.
Marvel.
Do you guys have a rating for this movie?
I'm going in 0 expectations, man.
Well, then I guess
no,
I
the
meant
one we just
yeah,
saw. What's
your
rating for
Thor.
this? If you were
Like
to
my personal rating,
Yeah,
it's mid somewhere. I don't know.
damn,
It's
5 out of 10. 4.5.
69.
That's a good number. That's a good rating.
D plus. D plus.
Nice.
D plus for me.
I'm gonna go B.
I liked Sam Raimi's Multiverse more than this.
Okay.
That's saying a lot.
And I thought that was mid.
Yeah,
too.
exactly.
I think for me that this trade-off was like I liked the movie that one was, but I didn't care. Like I would have liked it more if it was a Scarlet Witch focused movie. Like the whole thing was her, and then Strange was in there. I thought she was more interesting. This one, it's like I liked the character, but like there were things in the movie that kind of felt like it got in the way. And maybe we'll talk more about it once you see. It's currently, at least on like when I look online, upcoming Marvel movies: Wakanda Forever, 2022 still slated,
To Panda.
and then
Panda.
2023 we got Kraven, The Marvels, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3, Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse, and Ant-Man and Wasp: Quantumanium.
Oh, I gotta talk about the soundtrack. So
Okay.
in Ragnarok,
Oh,
it's fantastic soundtrack. You know, they didn't use like mainstream songs.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
like this one, they used "Sweet Child of Mine." I'm like,
4 different Guns N' Roses songs.
I'm like, this is too. You know what it reminded me of? It reminded me of Armada. Like Ready Player One had like really obscure songs, and then Armada was like, let's just pick all the best '80s songs, and that the soundtrack threw me off. I'm like, yeah, no, yeah, the soundtrack threw me off.
I don't think for me it was that it threw me off. It was just it was too much.
I have a coworker. She
Personally,
loves the 80s, like anything 80s. Loves Guns N' Roses. She's like, best movie I've seen in my life.
Yeah,
Best movie I've
probably.
seen in my
If
life.
she loves Guns N' Roses,
Top Gun.
Oh
She hasn't
my
seen it.
Gosh.
I told her, I was like, it's good. And she's like, she talks shit how much I've talked to her about Top Gun. I'm like, it's like the most recent movie
Don't
I've
think,
seen.
just do. Get out there. Samus has stolen Vargas's. I thought it'd be Jang's spotlight, but it's Vargas's spotlight.
Move. You gotta get out of here.
Now she's in everyone's. She's like, I found the fulcrum point. Okay. I think that covers Thor. Do you think we'll see Thor at
I think I'll
Comic-Con?
see something, but like, nah, obviously they're not gonna like push it or promote it or anything.
I mean, it's better than Thor 1 and 2, this movie. Those are shitty, dude.
Yeah, I didn't care for him. 2 is special. 2 is my least
2
favorite.
is bad. I think that's the worst DC film. I mean,
That
Marvel
too.
film. Marvel film. That's the worst.
Yeah, I did not like that one.
Damn.
Yeah. Anyway, that's the topic, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and do you want to say any words on the credit scenes? I know you've said a few. Is there anything else on the after credit stuff?
Is there 2 after credits?
Yeah.
Like one just
One
before,
that kind of
like almost.
both of them. Okay, so I don't. Without going to, they both kind of matter, but
One matters
they're
less.
just kind of like how much do you really care?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. I don't care about the character. Like,
Well, even the other thing where it was like
Yeah.
something else altogether, that I just think just sets up like I don't know.
to be honest, I think it's a dead end. Like, they will not revisit it. This is another
Really?
Mr. Sinister.
Okay. We'll see. Do you know I won't say they reveal a character. I won't say who it is or who they cast. But there was an interview where they said who Taika originally wanted to cast for that role. It was
Jean-
Henry Cavill.
Oh, well, okay. Interesting. I thought
That's
it
all
would
I'm
be
saying.
Jean-Claude Van Damme.
That'd be good.
JVC.
He starts doing the
Fucking holds 2 trucks together with his legs.
yeah. Cool. All right. Well, that's the topic, and that's the episode 281. Next episode, though, special.
Special.
We're gonna be playing our D&D characters. Do you guys remember your characters' names?
Asmir.
Brimstew.
I forgot mine. No, Richard Flair. Richard Flair.
Ricky.
Ricky Flair. Well,
Ricky Martin.
Dun, 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 dun.
Truly living La Vida
She
Loca.
moved. She moved.
So yeah, that'll be the next episode of the podcast. 282. We're gonna be doing a D&D session with our friend Jay, running the campaign or the one shot. I don't know how he's doing
Just
it.
like, did you already like check with him or something?
Yes,
like
he
that?
actually reached out to me, and
Okay,
I was
okay.
like, oh shit, I was gonna check with you, and he just got back from
Perfect,
vacation.
okay.
He's like, are we still good for the 30th? I'm like, yes.
Korean barbecue before.
You want to do
Belly-
that?
Belly
or-
boys.
I need to ask him what his time window is because he's usually pressed. But if he's not, I'm down. If he is, I was gonna suggest like pizza or something else. Like I could just order something, get delivered.
Lucille's barbecue.
God damn.
Gonna
God damn. Okay. But yeah, where can people find you guys?
find me Cold Marmalade, all social media.
At the Last Bosses everywhere except Twitter at the Lost Bosses.
You can find me at San Diego Comic Con and also at Cujo Prime. You can find us all at the Weekly DLC. Check us out, Hall H, Hall Q, Hall F. Checking out Comic Banners panel on Saturday at 6 p.m. And until next time, Will.
DLC.
You later.
Ra-ta-ta-ta.
Shit, scared.